Enough of your threat. Enough of your threat. And one day, monkey go to market. He no go come back again. Sa omo threat no. And pay for the casa threat. I'm sorry, I know who nipa no.
This is 2024, but I'm say
50.9.
Oh, 50 points. Who 50? Obi that send me 50.98 bino.
50.9, yes.
90 and 98, and then the
50.9.
0.9 BB.
Yes, 9 BB. You wrap up 51%.
This is 2024, but I'm say
50.9.
Oh, 50 points. Who 50? Obi that send me 50.98 bino.
50.9, yes.
90 and 98, and then the
50.9.
0.9 BB.
Yes, 9 BB. You wrap up 51%.
This is 2024, but I'm say
50.9.
Oh, 50 points. Who 50? Obi that send me 50.98 bino.
50.9, yes.
90 and 98, and then the
50.9.
0.9 BB.
Yes, 9 BB. You wrap up 51%.
This is 2024, but I'm say
50.9.
Oh, 50 points. Who 50? Obi that send me 50.98 bino.
50.9, yes.
90 and 98, and then the
50.9.
0.9 BB.
Yes, 9 BB. You wrap up 51%.
This is 2024, but I'm say
50.9.
Oh, 50 points. Who 50? Obi that send me 50.98 bino.
50.9, yes.
90 and 98, and then the
50.9.
0.9 BB.
Yes, 9 BB. You wrap up 51%.
And it's always a pleasure to come and be with you tonight. It's Thursday, casual Thursday, isn't it? The appearance is casual, but the information is not casual. The information is very heavy. And tonight we have a lot to share with you, don't we? Sorry, I'm coming in quite late. It's 35 minutes past the top of the hour, 9 o'clock. And we're going all the way. We have two important interviews for you tonight, and we'll share with you in a minute. All right. What happened in Ayawaso West Wogon? Our brother John Dumelo has apologized, but you see, it tells us about what politics can do to some of us and all of us if we are not careful. John Dumelo is a very decent guy, isn't he? But look at how he was provoked by people chanting V8, V8. But if people are chanting V8, Johnny, you don't say that somebody has killed. You don't allege murder. You don't allege murder in reaction to somebody says V8. I mean, that's quite heavy. Tonight, we will support John Dumelo's apology to Ma Lydia. We believe that Ma Lydia will win the seat. We believe so. But we believe that John Dumelo has done a good job as well. At least the sensitization and getting he himself to understand what happens with people's lives is very important. It's always a plus. So even if John Dumelo doesn't win, he's always going to be a better human being for being a parliamentary candidate. Being a PC always changes people. And I have friends who have been PCs who didn't win, and they dramatically changed them. So we believe that Ma Lydia will win the contest. We've always known that. And the reason why we are saying that is that the demographics of the constituency and the way it works. And many people don't know that Mr. Ejako's successes, the Honorable Ejako's successes, especially in 2016, was largely due to Ma Lydia's campaign efforts in the University of Ghana and in Abelemkpe, which is a big part of the constituency. So the constituency has a huge population in Abelemkpe and Jawulu, more in Abelemkpe than in Jawulu. Then you have the University of Ghana, which is the single biggest, largest constituency of Ayawaso West Wogon. And then you have Bawaleshi, which is La Bawaleshi, all of them combined. But the constituency is political and tribal in many ways because you have settler areas which is dominated by particular tribes. And you are more likely to win their votes if you can speak their language, which is natural, isn't it? So it's an interesting constituency. When you look at the demographics and you look at Ma Lydia's disposition, first of all, and her anthropological makeup, you will see that she's a very good candidate. Whether she's an NDC candidate or as an MPP candidate, Ma Lydia's anthropological equation makes her very, very suitable to win a seat like Ayawaso West Wogon, which has different demographics and different tribal groupings, and then a University of Ghana, which has young intellectuals from different angles looking at things completely differently. Okay, so they have Mali there on the screen right now. You can see her, can't you? That story will come to, and we'll give you the backstory of it. We're coming back to it very soon. Also, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa has had to face off with Information Minister, Works and Housing Minister Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. What was it about? We'll get there. We'll get into the details. We'll show you the videos. Oppong Nkrumah refused to apologize on the floor of the committee, and rightly so, because when you hear the backstory and you hear everything that happened, you will understand that Minister Oppong Nkrumah need not to have apologized to the chairman of the Assurance Committee, the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. It's a fight that we are going to engage in and also give a verdict of. Later tonight as well, you remember the guy who works on Tamale Radio, and he's an NDC sympathizer, and he was very abusive against Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, wasn't he? Now, eventually, Dr. Bawumia met with him through Muhammad Amin Anta, and spoke to him, and he was taken in by the charm of Muhammadu Bawumia. That has affected many people. Many people who have encountered Dr. Bawumia in this campaign have been affected by his charm, his humility, his realness, his simplicity, and his intellectual proficiency. That has attracted many people. So this young man was also attracted by the same thing, wasn't he? And he got a bitter taste of what it is to be against the NDC in Tamale. He's in the studio tonight. He'll tell us his own story. What happened to him? Did they ransack his car? Did they burn his car? Did they threaten him with this and that? In the days when he was attacking Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, when President Mahama phoned him, what did President Mahama say? He's here to tell us his own story. And then we go to Adenta, where Kosi Ozimenu is lacing her boots to give the MPP a phenomenal female victory in Adenta constituency, and we are praying for her for that to happen. I sincerely am a big supporter of Kosi Ozi Menu, Akosia Menu, she calls herself these days. And Adenta Kumi, one of the young men who's very strong in Adenta, is here in the studio. Now, he has done an analysis of John Mahama's manifesto, and he's also compared it comparatively to Muhammadu Bawumia's manifesto. I have to mention to you, though, that Adenta Kumi is an MPP voter. For sure, he is, and he started with Alan Kyerematen. He was on Alan Kyerematen's side, and you know that he's one of the 500 young men who decided that after listening to Bawumia's program, they prefer Bawumia for the future than they prefer Bawumia to Mr. Alan Kyerematen. So he left Alan Kyerematen's Yellow Army and rejoined the MPP in Dr. Bawumia's camp. So he's an MPP voter, but he's done some very intelligent analysis. I've seen it. And I'd like you to see it and give us your verdict on what you think about it. So all of that is coming up tonight with a little tidbit. Shall we start now? Are we ready to start, viewers? Thank you very much. Have you had your popcorn, your coffee, your abenkwine? Everything is fine? Okay, all right. So shall I go to the touch screen? I think I have your permission to do so. It's always a distinguished pleasure to join you here on the touch screen to do the analysis. Okay, so these days we have to start with the flyers, because many more people get interested in our flyers and they write about it and they send text on it. So yes, I am compelled to start with the flyers. So let's look at it now. Today was very busy. When you see the flyer like that, I mean, I can let you into the secrets of our production. When you see a flyer like that, what it actually means is that we were so busy, we were not picking each other's phone call. I got so many phone calls from a producer I couldn't pick up, and I'm calling him at the time he can't pick up. So when that happens, and we have not been able to talk between 4:30 and 5, our principal rule, the rule of thumb is that if between 4:30 and 5 we have not spoken, let's go for the generic flyer, and then we write something on it. So I didn't even see, nobody. The one who did it just put it out, because we have agreed that if the pressure is too much, let's do the generic flyer, because the flyer can get in the way of the production. After the flyer is gone, then we sit down, put the videos together, blah 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 blah. All right. So this is what the producer put across. What's up, folks? He said, "What will you be doing tonight?" I think that's a fantastic phrase. Between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Good evening, Ghana. No prejudice, no insults, just facts. The thesis, the antithesis, and the synthesis always ahead of the pack. That's really my very favorite statement. Thesis, antithesis, and the synthesis. Let's get to what people said about it. Abdallah Pekin says, some people are saying they watch and learn. I'm surprised. What is actually knowledgeable about this show? Abdallah, watch. You will learn that Article 58, 57 is about the presidency. You can learn that. That's from Article 57. The Constitution talks about the president. So I'm telling you, Abdallah, so I'm sure you didn't know. If you want to see the presidential articles in the Constitution, go to Article 57. You've learned that, haven't you? Let me teach you one more thing. Article 256 is on the discretions. The power to give discretion in the Constitution is regulated by Article 256. You can go and check that, okay? don't worry about that. Abdallah Perkins, good night. Okay, Prosper Ahiaji says, I can't wait, Sir Paul. Keep on inspiring us. You are such a born journalist who always set the record straight. You are more than a first-class lecturer. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Abdallah. Thank you. Tahiru Abdul Rashid says, it pains me every Tuesday and Thursday because of limited coverage of Metro TV in my village. But I will use my data to watch the analysis Paul unfolds events. Oh, Tahiru, sorry. Why do you live that Metro TV is not there? Metro TV is on a DSTV decoder. So please, if you get a DSTV decoder, if you get the smaller one, what's it called? The DSTV smaller one. Go TV. If you get a Go TV decoder, you can see it. I'm really sorry about it. I'm going to talk to my bosses to try and get Metro TV on the multi-TV decoder. I think that's what many people want because I think that's easier, it's cheaper, it goes around, and it has Metro TV's competitors on it, and they cannot see it. So we are sorry about that. We'll work very hard on that. Okay, Tahiru, thank you. Thank you for drawing our attention to that. Emmanuel Owusu says, good evening, Ghana official. The whole of Staten Island, New York, appreciates the good job you're doing for our country, Paul. God bless you. As for Dr. Baumia, he will win one-touch victory. GG is a buzz. Hey, Emmanuel, are you in New York? Well, stay in New York because we will be coming there for the UN General Assembly. President Akufo-Addo will be attending what looks like his final UN General Assembly, and all of us as supporters want to be there with him, and then we can sing his praises when he has finished addressing the UN, and then give ourselves the fist bump and consider whether our president has done a good job. Certainly he has. An absolutely incredible job done by Akufo-Addo. We will talk about it. You can challenge it, but that's the fact. Okay. Barbarian Richard. Hey, Richard, is that you? Please invite the rider to your studio one day. Oh, yes, but we've invited him. He's talking about the rider on the flyer. Yeah, we have. He's been here. Maybe one day I'll bring the video back and he's been here. We always, we treat our fans very specially. So he's been here. Okay. We are still waiting for the guy in Amsterdam who won our quiz and says that when he comes to Ghana. So if you're watching me, please, you know the number to call. As soon as you get to Ghana, call us and then we'll speak with you. Stanley Wright Amwa says, your eyes will soon clear by... Stanley, you too, your eyes will clear by 9 December. Don't worry. Your eyes will clear. Me too, my eyes will clear. You too, your eyes will clear. And then we'll see what happens. Don't worry about it. Nanayao says that Dennis Edward Abuaji says he gave you 5,000 at the media encounter. Please, can you explain it on touch screen? What was the money for Good Evening Ghana official Paul Adubochi for? What is he talking about? It's just Dennis Abuaji says he gave me 5,000. But Dennis Abuaji is my friend. If he gives me 5,000, what is your matter? You are not part of it. Dennis, he's my friend. I don't know whether he's your friend too, but me, he's my friend. So if Dennis gives me 5,000 cedis, it's a friendly gesture, I'll collect it. If I may even ask him for more. Dennis is my man. So if Dennis has given me money, Mr. Nanayao, your matter is what? You want some of the 5,000? No, it's finished. It's finished. When Dennis gave it to me, I took my own. It's finished. It's gone. But Dennis is my friend. So in fact, even tomorrow I'll call him. That Dennis, the people say he gave me 5,000. Now that everybody knows, they're coming to ask for their share. So add another 5,000 so that I can give them. So there's absolutely no problem. Yes, Dennis gave me 5,000. There's no problem about that. It's between me and Dennis. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, Nanaya. Lily Wu says, GEG is the best political show in Ghana. This is how it sweets me. Hey! Hey! She's put a photograph of somebody sipping some orange juice or something like that. Okay, I think that's enough for the flyers now. Now let's get to the rest of the business. Okay, put that the poster there about free SHS. You see, viewers, today I was talking to someone this afternoon, and they said Akufo-Addo has messed up. So I asked him, how has Akufo-Addo messed up? Explain to me. The economy is hard. Economy is hard. It's not Akufo-Addo messing up. The economy is hard. It's true. It's very, very difficult for everyone. But it is difficult. You can call your friends. I call my friends in New York. It's difficult for them. People in California, it's difficult. People in London, Birmingham, Manchester, difficult. Germany, Hamburg, Munich, Berlin, difficult. Amsterdam, Rotterdam, difficult. Johannesburg, Pretoria, extremely difficult. Nairobi, Mombasa, difficult. Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, difficult, more than difficult. Benin, Togo, difficult. Accra, Ghana, difficult. It's a global process. It happens all the time. In 1918, it happened. 1937, it happened. 2008, it happened. 2020, it happened with COVID, and it's still persistent. So yes, there are global economic difficulties. Today, the dollar is at 16 cedis, isn't it? It's terrible. It's catastrophic. It's not just terrible. It's catastrophic. But the issue is, where do you put the finger? Could it have been worse? Is it the best that we can get? How is the future looking like? Who are you awarding the future of Ghana to? Those you know or those you don't know? It's a question for all of us to answer on December 7th. Now, I saw this post in Kofi Nyarko. Thank you very much for drawing attention to this. This is what he said, and it is happening, viewers. It's happening. At some point in last year, at the beginning of this year, even MPP people thought that the election is gone. Not because MPP are done badly, because of the economic circumstance. So you go to the market and buy cooking oil for 80 cedis on Monday. Friday, you go to the market and ask for the same cooking oil. They tell you that it's 170. And then what comes to your mind? Yeah, MPP are in trouble. Hey, cooking oil has now come to this. That was true. Everyone was complaining about it. And so when the dust settled down, the people now began to understand, especially comparing it with other parts of the country, other parts of the world, especially having people in other parts of the world, telling them what has happened, having people who are sending them money from other parts of the world, who are now telling them that, look, I can't send you 300 pounds a week anymore. Now it will be 180 because Charlie, things are hard here in London. I can't do it. And then they begin to understand. And then they are told that in spite of things being hard, your light is on. In spite of things being hard, this September, your son, your daughter, your nephew, your niece is going to secondary school without having to pay the fees. Can you imagine that in this hard situation, which is not occasioned by any government, it would have come anyway regardless of whatever government is there. MPP claim that when it comes with them, they can ameliorate better. NDC, John Mahama cannot do it. I don't know about that. But it is a fact that what is happening here is occasioned by what's happening around the world. So they are telling them that, listen, you're free SHS. If you were paying school fees in addition to all this, see the problem. Akufo-Addo has taken that debt off you. National Health Insurance is working again. In 2015, National Health Insurance had all but broken down. National Health Insurance is working again. Yes, the petrol prices are high, but the most essential commodity that you are spending in your house, which is school fees, is being done. Recently, there was a problem in agriculture. Yesterday, you heard the indefatigable Minister for Agriculture, Brian Achampong, talking about solutions. And you see, Dr. Bawumia says that to lead is to solve. To lead is not to insult. To lead is not to tease. To lead is not to joke alone, but to lead is to solve the problem. What is the problem and what is the solution? Who has a history of identifying a problem and solving it? Which of your political candidates at parliamentary level, at presidential level, which of them can you tell that this man can see a problem and he can solve it? Because the problems can come from anyhow. The problems can be occasioned by ineptitude of government. Yes, it can. The problems can be occasioned by incompetence of government. Yes, it can. The problems can be occasioned by a global crisis that brings about a problem. Nothing to do with the ineptitude of government. In that situation, how do you mark the government? You mark the government by the solutions that they are providing for the problem that has inevitably arrived. Because some problems will arrive inevitably. So for the problems that have arrived inevitably, you check the level of solution awareness of the politician. And that's the way you can determine whether he's telling you the truth, whether he's not telling you the truth. That's the way you can determine his genuine sincerity. So look at this. Kofi Nyarko writes, in 2022 and 2023, the NDC thought that they had won the election cheaply. They already started sharing positions by early 2024. Yes, one of my friends told me that she has been penciled in for Deputy Minister for Information. So I know that they had been sharing positions. I won't mention her name. She's a journalist. She told me that she has been penciled for Minister for Information. Okay. They already had started sharing positions by early 2024. In fact, some patriots had even given up. The reason they did not deeply think about any policy. Expect having 15 professors to tell us we will be going to the nightclub from morning the next day, from nightclub from morning to the next morning every day, or rearing lions. Now get me the video of President Mahama on the manifesto about the 24-hour economy with the nightclubs. Get that video ready. After the election of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as our candidate, with Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh as his running mate, the NDC have revised their notes. The start of the campaign has changed things. They have understood to be in deep trouble. We pray for long life, he says. Now, he is speaking upon Sewa Amehe, who is non-political, as far as many people know. Yes, she will vote, but Sewa Amehe is non-political. She's a news person at GH1. She's a socialite. Sewa Amehe is more of a socialite than political. She's a socialite. And she has been doing some work. And please get me the Sewa Amehe video we used last Tuesday. I hope you can find it quickly. When you get that, let me know so that I can explain to viewers why Sewa Amehe is saying this. Okay. Now, Sewa Amehe put on her post, she said, I anchor GH1's TV's Voters Connect, and my interaction with ordinary Ghanaians tell me that free SHS will be President Akufo-Addo's biggest legacy. From market women to hawkers to commercial drivers, many voting MPP in 2024 cite free SHS. The implementation has had challenges, but we can never discount the impact that free SHS has had on many Ghanaian families. Now, when you have a president who can leave the presidency pointing to a legacy that you cannot take from him, that's the president. And you say this president has failed? President Mahama was president, he left. The legacy is where? Which one is the legacy? Where is the legacy? The legacy is something that wasn't there that he brought. Circle Dubai is great. I drive on it and I love it. But it was Kwame Nkrumah who did the Kwame Nkrumah circle. And then John Mahama upgraded it. John Mahama did roads. Every government does roads. Something that was taught through a leader's brain when he was in opposition. When he was thinking about, I want to lead the people of Ghana. What was his botai, as they say in Chi? Did he have any botai on his palm, in his heart, that when I become president of Ghana, this is what I will do? Did he have that? Akufo-Addo has been talking about free SHS from 2008. Because for me, he told me personally that the reason why he wants free SHS is that after his campaigns with Kufuor in 98 and 2000, he noticed that there was a huge deficit of some people in some parts of Ghana and some people in other parts of Ghana in terms of what they could comprehend when you are doing campaign. So education will help people who have a policy to win elections in Ghana for a long time. So he was determined that every child, by the time they become 18, voting age, they should have had secondary education, at least secondary education. When you have just secondary education, you will be able to understand policy. And then the policy winners will win elections in Ghana. When he said that, I stood up and I saluted him. I said, Mr. President, you're a great man. You go to heaven. For you to think that you want Ghana to be better, so that people must understand policy. So when leaders come, now everybody has secondary education. They will give the leader a high standard, like they do in Britain, like they do in America, like they do everywhere. When the majority of the population have had secondary education, and good secondary education for that matter, you cannot come and tell them that I'll take the seat to Kumasi. In 1992, people won elections like that. Don't vote for them. They want to take the seat to Kumasi. And the people believed it. Call for Shike Hame, American show buyer, American show buyer, for Shike Hame, American show buyer. Yes, you can't blame them. We all believe that American show buyer. But secondary education will tell you that it is not possible for American show buyer. It's not possible. So if a politician comes to tell you that if you vote for these people, they will take the C away with your secondary education, you can tell him that, Mr. Politician, you are a joker. You are a complete joker. Tell us something more sensible than this. So that is part of the influence that Akufo-Addo brought for the purpose of free education. And then he says something else. That there was a story that was always told about Mohammed Chambers, that excellent Ghanaian diplomat. One of the most excellent Ghanaian diplomats is called Mohammed Chambers, Mohammed Ibn Chambers. For many years, he was a deputy minister at Foreign Affairs and a deputy minister at Education. Now, Mohammed Chambers has a story. Now, if you look at Mohammed Chambers today, glorious diplomat, he has a story. The first time he left Bimbilla was when he got a scholarship to go to Infant Spain. And that scholarship was arranged on the basis of the underprivileged, bringing underprivileged people into Infantsipim to train them so that they will go back to Bimbilla and change the course of things in Bimbilla. It is countless, the number of young men and women that Mohammed Chambers' story alone has influenced in Bimbilla. Now the president said that he wants to repeat that story. So for every, under free SHS, still under free SHS, for every school that is a top school, Presec, Disadel, St. Augustine's, Wesley Girls, St. Mary's, Holy Child, St. Rosie's, Tamale Secondary School, Ghana Secondary School, all of them, they are going to leave a quota for underprivileged people who would come to Presec. They will not come to Presec with 6 ones. They will come to Presec with aggregate 28. But government is going to give Presec money to have extra classes for these children so that they will catch up with the other children who come to SS1 already fully prepared with 8As, 7As, 7 ones, 8 ones. They are already prepared. The guy in Bimbilla is going to get aggregate 32, but he will be in Presec, and they have been going to Presec since 2017. Go there, you see them. When they are in Form 1, they are having extra classes. This is the mindset of Akufo-Addo, that people want to discount, that it doesn't matter. In the end, the NDC came up and said that they brought free SHS. John Dramani Mahama, he stood before media and said, I introduced free SHS. Since then, have you heard him say it again? He has not said it again, because his advisors had a meeting with him and said the campaign cannot continue to go on to claim free SHS. It's going to be a disaster. So they stopped. Now they have stopped talking about claiming free SHS. But these are the people who said free SHS is not possible. Now they have to go back to the electorate and confirm to the electorate that, don't worry, when we come free SHS, we will never cancel it. Oh, who said, oh, they do sign of the cross. Oh, we will cancel free. Oh, we will never cancel it. Oh, wallahi, we will never cancel free SHS. That's the Fifi Kwete. Who said, find a video for me, Fifi Kwete, if you can find it. Who said, when they say free SHS, that is all lie be lie. Fifi Kwete, the man who said free SHS all lie be lie, he's the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. Why won't people be afraid that if the National Democratic Congress were elected, they will cancel free SHS because they are General Secretary? He said that when they say free SHS, that is all lie be lie. And he is the General Secretary of the party. He's the Chief Executive of the National Democratic Congress. The Honorable Fifi Kwete, he's the one who said it in 2016. The video is coming. I'll show it to you again. I've showed it so many times. He said, when they say free SHS, he said today, if Nana Akufo-Addo is going around the country talking free SHS, free SHS, free SHS, that's what they mean, all lie be lie. Totally embarrassed and disgraced politician anywhere in the world. Fifi Kwete cannot mount a political platform. But that is why we need more free SHS. So that more people ask that, but are you not the one who said that free SHS all lie be lie? And you are saying that the NDC brought it. When you were speaking as Minister for Agric in 2016, saying that free SHS all lie be lie, did you know that free SHS will happen? And one day you come and say you did it? You did it and you said all lie be lie? Then you talk about President Mahama. He said in 2016, when he was president, that we will not implement free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. He rubbished the free SHS. Now, there's another reason why free SHS is good. I'll tell you why. And why free SHS puts up Akufo-Addo as a very honest and decent politician. I'll tell you why. Politicians are rumored to make money from projects. We all know that. Rumored. So I'm a politician, I'm the minister for whatever. I build a road. Road contractor, you want your money, how much do we owe you? Says, oh boss, you owe me X amount of money. He says, hey, but we should pay you. Give us some of the money. It's always rumored that contractors will say thank you to the minister for doing the road so that the infrastructure is developed. You build a rich hospital at an expensive rate because contractor may have to share the money around a little bit. It's rumored. I don't know it for a fact. It's rumored. Now, consider free SHS. Akufo-Addo is taking government money to go and give to a headmaster, asking the headmaster that, how many children do you have? Headmaster says, I have 234 children. Each of them, their school fees is 20 cedis. Mr. President says, calculate. Say, headmaster, here is your money. That money you are giving to headmaster, is he going to give you kickback? He cannot give you any kickback on it. So free SHS is the best way for Akufo-Addo to have distributed the national cake across all families. Every family in Ghana has benefited from the national cake in Akufo-Addo's era because he brought a policy that pumps taxpayers' money into the lives of young people, and it's not money that you can take cake back. You can't. If you do road, you can take cake back. If you build a pole, you may be able to take cake back. If you build a nice, huge hospital, you may take cake back. If you build a stadium, you may take cake back. But if you do free SHS, you cannot benefit a single cedi from the free SHS money if you are the president or you are the minister for education. You cannot. How are you going to benefit? Are you going to go to Wesley Girls and say, the school fees I paid, please give me some in my pocket? How are they going to give you some in your pocket? They think the school fees you are bringing is not reaching. How are they going to give you some? So when a politician decides to commit so much money to a process where he will not get anything from it, you have to understand that that politician is genuine. And that is why President Mahama said, if I have 2 billion, I will never put it in free SHS. That was in 2020, just 4 years ago. It's just 4 years ago. He said, if I have 2 billion, the videos are there, I can show you. I have 2 billion, I will never put 2 billion inside free SHS. That's what John Dramani Mahama said. He will never do it. You should go and pay your own free SHS school fees. That's what he said. Akufo-Addo said, it doesn't matter whether we are a rich or a poor country. What is important is that our children are educated. That is the golden future. I always go back to Reku Brobe. In 2000, his mantra was growing people for Ghana's development. When I interviewed him, he explained to me that we grow cocoa, we grow rice, we grow maize, but he wants to bring a new concept to Ghana. Let us grow human beings by educating them, and they will become a jewel, better than anything else. Many countries don't have any resources. Denmark, Norway, all these countries, they don't have many resources. Even those who have resources, Ghana has more resources than them. They are richer than Ghana because their people are better prepared for life than our people as a result of education. Play Fifi Kwete. All lie be lie, play it.
When today you are hearing Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP going all over the country shouting free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. That is what you call all lie be lie. When today you are hearing Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP going all over the country shouting free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. That is what you call all lie be lie. When today you are hearing Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP going all over the country shouting free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. That is what you call all lie be lie.
That's the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, who is saying, the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, which party is saying that they free SHS, or which party attempted to claim free SHS 8 years after the fact of Fifi Kwete saying the things he said. 8 years after that, the party holds a press conference that free SHS is for us. Now, if you won't listen to anything, Sewa Ameya is non-political. She's a socialite. She's non-political. And yes, good. I have the Sewa Ameya video. I'll come to it in a minute. She said that she set a basis for her comment. Is that I anchor GH1's Voters Connect, and my interactions with ordinary Ghanaians tells me free SHS will be President Akufo-Addo's biggest legacy. From market women to hawkers to commercial drivers, many voting MPP in 2024 cite free SHS. The results of the election will be a shocker because Ghanaians are getting to the point where they understand policy and they understand empty talk. The results of the election, it will be a shocker when the results start coming in huge bundles of Ghana must go. It will be a shocker to the people who think that you don't care about Ghanaians. You come and run the country and put off the lights and turn everything upside down and go back, and global economic crisis come, and then you come and say that I am the savior, and then the Ghanaians will make you the savior. You come and say that, oh, the free SHS you are enjoying is me, I brought it. You think Ghanaians I don't even know what to say. It will be a shocker when the things that they were discounting, the things that they were laughing at are the things that will emerge as the Waterloo. The things they are laughing at. Oh, incoming. They are not going down to drill the numbers and say, Charlie, this is becoming this, that's becoming that. They are doing incoming. January 2024, they are sharing posts. Somebody told me that she was going to be Deputy Minister of Communication. January 2024, they are sharing posts. So they couldn't even put their work together well. Let's go to the Sewa Amehe video, and then after that, I'll show you John Mahama about the 24-hour nightclub. This is one of the videos that makes Sewa Amehe talks the way she talks. I'll show you that video. I'll show you another one. Please show the Sewa Amehe video now.
2024 elections here, presidential between John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia.
This year, no, me say John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia. Me say Dr. Bawumia befa. Because this year, no, say omo share na omo de ato ho no. Or say oto aso na wie peye. Because this year
kroni ekoye ma.
Oh, me de obia bre misika. Seven fire me carpenter adwuma. But maybe na me hu say bia enkoye, but according to omo share na omo de ba say free education ni ade no. So I say because me say free education no me back obi. So I obi su back obi. It me feel say sa no man president fufuro bi ba obetima twa sa no man ma ya sa akoyechi. Eti ono fa odin hyehyɛ fufuro be sa so aba behim amana akwanim asene say obi ba ba betwam. Sa na me hu no.
Hwɛ woto abama MPP a wo ya aboa.
It's a watershed election. It's for Ghanaian politicians to wake up that you cannot do something as an MP. Cannot do something as a vice president, do something as a president, and wish that people have forgotten. The other part of the election is that when you set out to create a social intervention policy, it will always work for you. That's what Rawlings told John Mahama. I've said it here before. Rawlings told John Mahama that in 2013, that Mr. President, you have won the election, but Free SHS won the election. You have been elected as president, but the election was won by the Free SHS narrative. If you know what is good for you, implement the Free SHS. Rawlings added that otherwise, Free SHS will come to hunt the NDC for many election cycles to come. If we don't do it, we talking about Rawlings and the NDC, if we don't do it, and MPP come to power and they implement that Free SHS they are talking about, because that Free SHS, it won the 2012 campaign. You won the election, Free SHS won the campaign. Every Ghanaian accepted Free SHS, but somehow you won the election. So implement it. Otherwise, it will hunt the NDC for, these were Rawlings' words, many election cycles to come. Ask President Mahama if Rawlings didn't tell him that. Ask him. Rawlings has told this story to many people that he told him that if you don't implement this thing, it will come to hunt our party for many election cycles to come. This will be the watershed moment for some of those statements that Rawlings made. Next time, when people have opportunity to be vice president, to be president, they always remember at the back of their mind that whatever I do in this office will be used to judge my party. It will be used to judge me for many election cycles to come. So you saw the Sewa Amehe interview with the gentleman. You saw the guy is not MPP, he's not in DC. He says his son, he's a carpenter. Nobody has given him money for carpenter. He agreed. The economy is hard. He said so. But his son went to Free SHS. And he knows that there are other people's children who have gone to the Free SHS that you said is not possible. You, Fifi Kwete, General Secretary of the NDC, you said at National Theatre, the video we just played, that Free SHS, it is all lie, be lie. That's what you said. And now you want to associate with the policy because you saw that a superior politician who didn't think of impossibilities, who thought of possibilities, arrived at the Jubilee House and said, I shall implement Free SHS for the good of the Ghanaian people. Nothing for my pockets, nothing for me, if at all, just a legacy. But the implementation will benefit Ghanaian families. I'm president of Ghana and I will do this for the name of politicians to be rescued. Because over time, Ghanaians have bastardized the name of politicians and they say politicians are thieves. They promise and fail. They don't do it. Akufo-Addo is the reason why today politicians can promise again. Because before 2008, any politician promises something, he doesn't do it. But when he promised Free SHS, he delivered it. And now they were laughing at Free SHS. it is going to be the determinant on December 7th. Which of the two candidates will implement free SHS? Which of the two candidates will continue free SHS? Is it Mahamudu Bawumia who will continue free SHS, or is John Mahama who said, I shall not implement it? Is it Mahamudu Bawumia who you can trust with? That's what the guy told Sewame here. He said, oh, before for bar, no Samaya Koyechi. So they don't trust that the NDC will work with the free SHS. They don't trust it. Because look at it. Fifi Kwete says all lie be lie. John Mahama says I won't do it. Jenano Pokwatima cancels teachers training allowance. Even teacher training allowance was cancelled. Even nursing training allowance was cancelled. Now free SHS, you will do it. The people don't trust them to do it. And that is the determinant of this election. The future of the country. The future of their children. The future of what Ghana represents is education. In 1997, as recently as 1997, Tony Blair was campaigning for British Prime Minister. In his campaign, he was asked what are his 3 priorities by a campaign debate. And Tony Blair paused. The video is there. You can Google it. And looked on his paper and said, my priorities are 3. Education, education, and education. That was Prime Minister Tony Blair's ambition. 1997, not long ago. Britain was already Great Britain. But Tony Blair felt that in becoming Prime Minister, he needed to push an impetus into British education. If Britain in 1997 considered education as their most important priority, then Akufo-Addo was too late. In 2017, about bringing education, he was very, very late. And that's why I wish that Akufo-Addo won 2008. Because free SHS would have come then. By now, we are in many years of it. But inshallah, we'll get there. We'll get there by the grace of God. Because God loves this country. And he's going to take us there. He's going to give us a leader who will add to free SHS. Not a leader who will take away from it. A leader who so that all the children in Abu Junction, in my hometown, Ejuso Kwamu, look at the number of my cousins in Kwamu who have gone to Ejusomai Secondary School for free since 2017. Every time I go to the village, they eulogize Akufo-Addo as if he's God. Because they go to the school. And some people sit down and were laughing at the policy. And now they are looking at December 7th. And all they are saying is that December 7th is going to be rigged. December 7th is going to be rigged. The government wants to rig the election. Government wants to rig what? When you were asleep, you couldn't do policy. You didn't know that you lose an election. And you are afraid that it will be rigged. It will not be rigged. Nobody can rig elections in Ghana. The system that has put in place, nobody can rig it. But if you don't treat the people well, they will teach you a lesson on December 7th. If you tell them that their children shouldn't go to school for free, that you will not do it, that is a whimsical promise of a desperate politician. If you tell them that free SHS is a lie and they see it implemented, they will punish you on December 7th. So that next time you're a politician, do the thing for the people. Do it. And when another politician proposes a good policy, support it. That's what politics is about. It's about the betterment of the state. So if I'm politician A and I say something and it's good, politician B, you should associate yourself with it. And then we move Ghana forward. But if you think you have to oppose everything another politician says, and Fifi Kwete comes to say all lie be lie, that's what you will get. Producer is telling me that we are running out of time on my long tirade. Play the small boy and then we'll be ending here. Play the small boy for me.
40% and this in ya. And for that 2 million, I got 2 free. One of them free in the class. One of them free in the field. But I can't see a down, I can't see a down. I have a man this. 40% and this in ya. About half my about one time. But they about half 40% and this in ya. And for that 2 million, I got 2 free. One of them free in the class. One of them free in the field. But I can't see a down, I can't see a down. I have a man this. 40% and this in ya. About half my about one time. But they about half 40% and this in ya. And for that 2 million, I got 2 free. One of them free in the class. One of them free in the field. But I can't see a down, I can't see a down. I have a man this. 40% and this in ya. About half my about one time. But they about half.
All right, we are done with that. The producer is harassing me that I'm spending too much time on on this free SHS matter. I'm very passionate about it. Sorry, producer. Okay, now let's show President Mahama. Yes, just before we do it, it's raining. President Mahama says something about 24-hour economy, and people are making. He says nightclubs will operate in 24 hours, but if you go to these places, I've heard that in Las Vegas and places like that, nightclubs operate 24 hours. What did President Mahama actually say? Some people haven't seen it. What did he say?
Our nightclubs, our hotels, 24/7, 24 hours, discotheques, 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 our nightclubs, our hotels, 24/7.
Well, Daily Guide had a story says Mahama promises 24-hour nightclubs. I don't own a nightclub, so I don't know about nightclub at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I know nightclubs can go during the year of return. Nightclubs were going all the way from midnight up until 8 a.m. I know that one, but nightclubs to run 24 hours as part of the 24-hour economy, which is supposed to benefit Ghanaians, as President Mahama is promising. I'm not an expert in nightclub business, so I really can't say. But I find it quite interesting, though, that President Mahama is promising 24 hours nightclub. The nightclub is part of the nightclub. You are jamming 24 hours. Every day is there. Anyway, you send your text and tell me what you think about it, and then we can deal with it. Okay, now, Dr. Bawumia has some photographs on there, and let me go through it. This is in, where is it? Eastern region. Photos are on his Facebook page. If you look at Dr. Bawumia's Facebook page, you see these photos over there. And I believe this is the Ochihine's palace, where Dr. Bawumia visited, I believe, to... Is it Ochihine? It's another... No, this is not Ochihine. This is another Eastern region chief. But I saw Ochihine in the photographs. These are the photographs that Dr. Bawumia puts across. That are so interesting, so natural. I mean, this is... I like it. Wow.
Ride on Jesus, give us more rain until we are filled and we are sold with the latter rain. It is raining all around me. I can feel it, the latter rain. Ride on Jesus. Give us more rain until we are filled and we are soaked.
Until we are filled and we are soaked in the latter rain, give us more rain. Okay, let's do as we said. Sammy Okudzeto Ablakwa. So Sammy Okudzeto is the chairman of the Assurance Committee of Parliament. And the Assurance Committee of Parliament has been set up so that when ministers come to Parliament, so it's a standing committee of Parliament right now. And when ministers come to Parliament and they say, I will do, the Assurance Committee monitors it. It's almost like an monitoring and evaluation kind of thing, which is good for the Parliament and probably good for Ghana's development agenda. Now, Mr. Okudzeto chairs that committee. He's a member of Parliament. And he had an encounter with the Honorable Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah. Honorable Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah has become Minister for Works and Housing, as we know, for a few months now. During the interaction, Sammy Okudzeto Ablakwa asked Honorable Oppong-Nkrumah about what has been happening in Mepe. Honorable Oppong-Nkrumah outlined what has been happening in terms of the buildings they built, 125, they are adding another 1,000 and all that. And I believe that Oppong-Nkrumah was asked when it will finish, and he gave all those examples. And then, as far as Oppong-Nkrumah's team is concerned, Ablakwa then moved out of that into inviting the minister to accept that the government had been, what was the word he used? Insincere, something like that. That the Minister for Works and Housing should accept Ablakwa's ruling that the government had been insincere. And the minister said, I can't accept that. You've invited me to answer questions. I've answered the questions. And then now you say the government should be insincere. It's being insincere. But if you say the government is insincere, then you, Mr. Chairman, you are more insincere than the government, because as a matter of public record, you told people, journalists, that soldiers had been moved away from there. It turned out to be untrue. The Ministry of Defense responded that it's untrue. So if anybody had been insincere at all over this matter, you, Chairman, you have an insincerity question to answer. And you cannot come here and do pulpit bullying. Set up a bully pulpit and then come and say what you want to say. Ablakwa got upset and said Oppong Nkrumah should withdraw that. But a chairman of a parliamentary committee says that the government has been insincere. About what? I mean, why did Ablakwa go to that area? Why did he go and say that? He really shouldn't have said that. This is the video of what Ablakwa said.
For the people in these areas, the number one interest that they have is that we complete these projects on time for people to benefit. But if you choose, Chairman, respectfully, to accuse me before the whole country of playing partisan football, not being sincere, of deflecting and of introducing red herrings, then I have a right in my own defense to draw your attention to instances where I believe you have done same. I don't think that's what we are here to do. Specific on this matter, within 14 days, myself and the regional minister will be on ground once again. We will engage with the contractors. We will have clearer timelines, which I will share with you. If we want to go into the questions of parliamentary football and deflection, I don't think that you intend to use your committee as a bully pulpit to invite ministers and make these accusations and not give them an opportunity to answer.
Honorable Minister, to suggest that I am using this position as a bully pulpit, you have to retract that, because that is not what I'm doing here.
So,
I
Chairman,
am well within my standing orders. You have to retract that.
Chairman,
you must retract and apologize for that statement.
But it is okay. It is okay for the chairman of the committee and the committee to accuse the minister of being insincere, of deflecting without more, and I do not have the right to answer or to say that I share a different view.
So you think that it is okay that for a whole year, fellow citizens are living in a tent?
We can have a conversation.
You think that it is fine?
Chairman,
you think that is the best as leaders? We are all leaders.
That's a conversation we can have.
You think that is the best we can do for our people?
No, Chairman, that's not it. That's a conversation we can have. And I think we've legitimately gone through that. But if you choose to accuse me of insincerity, of introducing red herrings, of deflecting, that is not about the people. That is you accusing me.
Of course, because we are
but
not...
if you are accusing me, I must have a right to respond.
You are introducing matters that are not before us, matters that you have your facts totally wrong.
Which matters are these?
The movement of the soldiers, you have... That was not before us. You introduced...
I have fact... No,
are we discussing soldiers here?
You introduced
Are we discussing soldiers here?
You introduced insincerity.
But why did Sami Ablakwa think that he can run Oppong Nkrumah on commentary? I mean, we're all coming from different backgrounds. You came from school straight to politics. You've forgotten what Kojo Oppong Nkrumah had been doing. Sami Ablakwa thinks that he can run Kojo Oppong Nkrumah down on commentary. I'm disappointed in him. Other day, you just left school straight to Good Evening Ghana to announce that you have joined the NDC 2007, and then you joined the NDC. That is fine. There's no problem with that. There are some people like that. But when people have spent their lives doing media, you don't have to think that you will come and sit down with a media guru and what is he serious? Please, Ablakwa, when you meet some of us, don't bring those your things. So don't when you meet some of us, don't start that thing, because we have been at this business before politics. You just came from Nooks and went to politics. Keep that one. It's fine. That's fine. Suddenly you have a house at Airport Hills. It's blessing. Me, I consider it a blessing. It's not corruption. It's blessing. We are fine with it. But don't think that in your head. Don't think that you know something more than somebody. You don't know much more than Oppong Nkrumah. You don't even go there. I don't understand why people become megalomania in their head and they think, hey, Sami Okujeto Ablakwa, it is me that you called, that you want to come on Good Evening Ghana to announce that you have joined NDC. And you came and you announced it. It was first on Good Evening Ghana that people heard. I had a conversation with you, which I cannot repeat here, about what is going on. And you explained to me, and I encouraged you. You have to understand that in this game, you have to know where your level is. You don't suddenly think that because you are an MP or because of something that you know or something you have heard or something people have told you, you can come to a table with Kojo Oponkroma and do the thing you are doing. That's what happened. So viewers, you can tell me what you think. He is telling the minister that the minister is being insincere. The minister says, you are insincere. Then he says that you should withdraw. Oponkroma is your small boy. He should withdraw after you have attacked him. He should withdraw. Let us get the standards working. Haruna Iddrisu is my senior. He's an NDC person. He's always my senior. And that's why I love Haruna Iddrisu. You remember doing the vetting of Godfrey Dami? Haruna Iddrisu took him on. And Dami said, no, honorable member, I think you are wrong. And then Haruna Iddrisu said, oh, I've seen it. I'm prepared to apologize. I'm prepared to withdraw. Deputy Attorney General nominee, I think you are right. That is the mark of seasoned people. Seasoned. Not people who always want to show off that they are right. No. That's the mark of... You can watch that video again. Haruna Iddrisu apologized to Godfrey Dami that, oh, no, I think you are right. I think you are right. The public procurement law had been changed. I think you are right. He apologized to him right there. And Ablakwa thinks that he has some megalomania every day. What's it? Anyway, Samuel Kujeto, good evening to you, and we'll meet in Kwesi Prass house, you and I. After all, that's the only place we meet, isn't it? We'll meet in Kwesi Prass house. When he's doing a party, he'll call us, we'll all be there, then we can enjoy it. Good evening to Honorable Kojo Oponkroma as well. Oponkroma has enjoyed holding the morning show forever. You think you can come and talk on the table, and he will be cowered into your chairmanship, and really, go and sleep. Okay. All right. John Dumelo and Ma Lydia's own day pains me because I know Ma Lydia is going to win. I mean, there is no doubt about that. I mean, Ma Lydia will win the seat. But John Dumelo is a good guy. He's a nice guy. I like nice boys. Nice people. But you see, the politics got to him. If people are shouting V8, let them shout it. Now, John Dumelo, if you're in my shoes, like, what will you do? Every day, homosexual, you have stolen somebody's. Every day they say things about me. It doesn't matter. You're in a public space. That will come. So, Mr. Dumelo, don't worry about that. You're also in a public space. That will come. Focus on what is most important. You want to garner as many votes in Ayawaso West Wuogon as you can. Focus on that. Don't be distracted and be telling people that you are calling me VA, so me too, I'll call you some name. It doesn't work like that. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, if they are doing wrong, you see, I always say it. Churchill told the British people in his major speech in 1944 about the Second World War, at the peak of the war, he said to the British people, Hitler will do his worst, but we will do our best. That's what he said. He said Hitler will do his worst, but we will do our best. In the end, Britain triumphed over the Nazis in the famous Second World War. So that's a mantra that we all need to keep. Let them do their worst. Focus on your best, and your best will outshine their worst ultimately. That's why today Winston Churchill is here and Adolf Hitler is there. But in 1944, Hitler was up there, Churchill was down there. And Churchill said, let him do his worst. We will do our best. Have a look at John Dumelo's video.
But I want to say something. I can see their supporters mentioning V8. If that's the case, it's also fair to say that maybe Lydia is the one that killed her husband to become MP. Because that's it. Because if they want to go that tangent, I can also go that same tangent.
Please, let's not go that tangent.
No. If they want to go that tangent, I'll go the same tangent. Because this time around, it's boot for boot. Because you cannot decide to be a bloody widow to be member of parliament. Yes. If you smile, I smile back. If you slap, I slap you back. If you aim at me, I'll aim at you back. It's as simple as that.
You are saying this election is going to be an eye for an eye?
Yes. It's as simple as that. But I want to say something. I can see their supporters mentioning V8. If that's the case, it's also fair to say that maybe Lydia is the one that killed her husband to become MP. Because that's it. Because if they want to go that tangent, I can also go that same tangent.
Please, let's not go that tangent.
No. If they want to go that tangent, I'll go the same tangent. Because this time around, it's boot for boot. Because you cannot decide to be a bloody widow to be member of parliament. Yes. If you smile, I smile back. If you slap, I slap you back. If you aim at me, I'll aim at you back. It's as simple as that.
You are saying this election is going to be an eye for an eye?
Yes. It's as
Dumelo said that Efo Dumelo said that the Man Lydia supporters are shouting V8. So in response, Man Lydia killed her husband so that she become MP. So he said it knowing that it's not true. That's what he's confessing. And this is the problem with the politics. He knows it's not true. He knows part that is not true. But he's explaining that he's saying it because you are saying V8, and you know that V8 is not true. What did they say about V8? They were just chanting V8. Did they say something? What did they say about V8? Let them say they are V8. Focus on your politics. Win as many votes as you can from the Ayawaso West Wogon. If eventually you will be elected and President Mahama wins and you become Minister for Tourism, you have a lot more opportunity to show what you can do. After 4 years of doing that, it will be settled. The chaff would have separated from the wheat. So let politicians, especially the young politicians, nice guys like Dumelo, focus on your campaign. Why you think you're going to do politics and they won't say anything about you? When we were growing up, there was a saying that if you want to know your grandfather's sins, enter into politics. So once you enter into politics, they will say things about you. They will say plenty things about you. Many, many things will be said. They said I've built a house in 6 months. A place I've been staying for 20 years. They say, hey, you go there. When I explained, then they all vanished. They didn't say anything. They didn't come and say that, oh, it is not true. No, they don't. They never say it's not true. So you should be expecting it, Mr. Dumelo. That's how politics is. But you cannot say that a widow has killed her husband. Anyway, somebody had a very strong advice for John Dumelo on the same platform. This is what the person said.
Okay. As a citizen, I'm mayor of Mine Bapa. I want to tell John Dumelo, as an aspiring candidate, I will be penny passwordy. Okasan and I a threat. Let me tell John Dumelo something. Me, Yani etra desert is on Joseph. Besides, I know Joseph. Besides, John Dumelo said, I know Joseph. Enough of your threat. Enough of your threat. And one day, monkey go to market. He no go come back again. Sa mo threat no. And pay for na kasa threat. Almost sorry I no mu hura nipa no.
But the man, he's also threatening. The same thing he's saying John Dumelo cannot do. He says one monkey or something. What's that? It's a threat. Let's stop the threatening and there. But John Dumelo eventually put an apology up. Put it up. Let's look at it. Let's see the apology that was rendered. And I'm grateful that he did that. And I'm happy for whoever told him that he should do that. And this is what the apology says. It says, I apologize and unreservedly retract my previous comment. I extend my sincere and unconditional apologies to Honorable Lydia Al-Hassan for my remarks during the Media General Public Engagement Community Manifesto concerning the death of her husband. To everyone who knows me, both in my private life and political activity, it is clear that those statements do not reflect my values or what I stand for. My comments were in response to personal attacks by supporters of the Honorable Minister, including false allegations regarding my mother's death. Really? He said V8. He didn't say her mother's death. However, I recognize that my reaction was inappropriate. I want to assure the people of Ayawaso West Wogon of my full commitment to the development and progress of our constituency. I sincerely apologize and retract my statement. John Seto Dumelo, NDC parliamentary candidate. Well, to apologize is golden, isn't it? To apologize is golden. So the matter will end here. But it's a lesson for all of us, for me, for you, for everyone. When you are in politics, and it's a lesson especially for the young people. Cozy, I hope you are watching. Keep it cool. They will call you Ashawo all they want. Let them do their worst. Do your best. Win Adenta and go and give the trophy to Dr. Bawumia that I've delivered Adenta for you. That's when the difference will show. So forget about them. If you're a woman contesting for elections, they will say you're Ashawo. They will say you have slept with DC. You have slept with IGP. You have slept with police. They will say all that. Ignore it. Focus. And for all of us men too, let us try and eschew this Ashawo thing from political conversation. Once a woman is running for politics, no, she's Ashawo, she has slept with this. Let's stop those things. It is weakness. It shows that we are weak. It shows that we are not able to confront the women with the argument. Every woman running for politics in Ghana is Ashawo, whether it's NDC or MP, is Ashawo. He slept with this, he slept with Bawumia, you have slept with John Mahama, you slept with Akufo-Addo, you are Ashawo. Why are we always going to the women with that? Let us make an argument. It is embarrassing for young men to see that this is how men behave. We should stop that tide in 2024. Men in Ghana, make sure, tell yourself that I shall not call any political opponent a female person Ashawo. Stop that. It happens in internal party contests. MPP versus MPP, they say she's Ashawo. NDC versus NDC, they say she's Ashawo. Why are we always abusing our women that way? Don't we want some of our women to become like Margaret Thatcher? You watch Kamala Harris and you are clapping for her. If they were calling her Ashawo from the time she was in New York, will she get to the place where you are now clapping for her that she could become president of America? Let's stop those things. And when we are doing politics, let's deal with the politics. and politicians focus on it. You will get there. You will get the prize. Dumelo, thank you for the apology. You're a good man. Okay, now I go to text messages, break. Then I have Alaji. How do they call it in Tamale?
Halik.
Halik.
Mr. Tell, yeah.
Halik, Mr. Tell. I have him here, and we'll be talking to him about what happened at Tamale Radio, whilst Adenta Kumi is on the bill as well tonight. Okay, let me go to the text messages now before I take the break. And you're asking me to start with Fatih, correct? Okay, Fatih.
All right, thank you, Paul. So this is coming from Bennett Danso, and she says John Dumelo told Ghanaians in an interview with Umar Risanda that they, as NDC party leaders, don't believe in intellectuals. The reason he said that is because in their minds, when the masses are well educated, their political party will collapse because they won't have people supporting them. And this has become more evident supporting them. In Mohammed's recent explanation of their difficult to explain 24-hour economy, where he said that nightclubs will even operate 24 hours, Paul, for emphasis, the thing is 9 to. Now coming from Lily Rose, he says, oh my God, John Dumelo is so childish. Listen to how he speaks and his reasoning. Esmond says, how can you tell me this story, that nightclubs will operate 24 hours? Has he forgotten the name is nightclub, or is it going to be day club? Now, Glucare Ghana says, we don't want a 24-hour nightclubs because it will lead to a lot of immoral behaviors like drugs, etc. We rather want a 24-hour library system where kids and adults can read 24 hours, and this is already in place, and it's called the internet reading. You can read on your phone or tablet 24/7. Now, Next Generation says the free SHS program will forever be the nightmare of the NDC till they applaud Nanado for this great social intervention. Political activists should be able to pay respect to their opponents when they come up with initiatives that makes impact in the life of the ordinary folks. Also coming from Bennett Dansu again, coming from Gamel Kabori says, at a point in time, the NDC wanted SHS students to pay for their utilities. And I'm just imagining the level of suffering we would have been enduring if NDC was in power now. And lastly, coming from Abdullah, he says the NDC is not prepared for power now in Ghana. The NDC people are noted for name calling and insults. Their comments are so indecent to the extent that if you're not careful, you will end up misconducting yourself with the NDC guys on TV or radio. What do you have for us?
All right, so from Jim B. Lagos, he says, the TV3 presenter is the one who I am so disappointed in for edging him on. From Derek Entry, he says, such a reckless comment on a reckless show. Poor moderation from the TV host at TV3. Mahamud Baumia Adam says, a black one should have... Let's keep this one. And from Richie Lai, he says, Paul, Kojo Opon Nkrumah was disrespectful to the chairman. Empty Boy GH says, a black one had nothing to say, but ask the intelligent man to retract his statement. Ernest Clinton says, people doubted you on this Rollins revelation, but it's turning out to be 100% the truth. Wayram says, the biggest social intervention is free SHS. Lastly, from Abdul Aziz, he says, watching you all the time inspires me to read all the time just to be as knowledgeable as you, Paul. Hashtag Paul educates the youth on Ghanaian politics. Thank you. Over to you.
I have Engineer Eric Nanapia saying, I hope you're not going to the 24-hour nightclub. Apostle Paul, as the class captain for the 24-hour nightclub, we wish to invite you to our 24-hour nightclub pilot at the NDC head office with our most authoritative DJ Sabich Mfi. Eric, that's just petty. We also have Daniel Akodadzi saying some journalists at Enable Sincerity Media Network have been very unprofessional, and it's about time you address the issue. This deficiency of emotional intelligence exhibited by John Dumelo against Honorable Lydia was as a result of unprofessionalism by the journalist. Interesting. Okay. We have Bon Malik saying, good evening, Paul. Joyce Bawa, the spokesperson of the opposition party, NDC candidate John Mahama, said that blame the NPP for our inability to explain the 24-hour economy. He continues saying, still the alternative is empty. Kabiesi from Sekondi says, fascinating. When Dr. Bawumia is explaining his productive policies with precision and style, his opponent, Mr. Bawumia, is seriously advocating for nightclubs and the export of lions and tigers in his 24-hour economy. He says the NDC are not serious. Okay. We also have Rifat Hussein Gunu saying, it's not surprising that Halik Musa has seen the calmness and genuineness of DMB and his supporters, the NPP. I listened to him on his former station and I had to turn off my dial from his frequency anytime he unleashed his unprintable words against President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Bawumia. No NPP member has ever attacked him verbally or assaulted him physically. Fast forward, he has criticized GM Prof. Jane and suffered these severe attacks. The nation has seen the difference between the two political parties. The NPP will still win more souls for the 2024 general elections. He says JM will suffer a humiliating defeat in the 5 northern regions. Taufik says the difference between the NDC and the NPP is the NPP's ability to think outside the box. Each time they're in power, they make sure that they introduce a new policy that can benefit Ghanaians at large. This is why a Zongo boy like me falls in love with the party. Lastly, we have Ahmed from Tamale saying, I don't blame John Dumelo for anything. It's the poisoned person, system, structure of the NDC that went into him. John sees humiliation for him and the NDC, and he's irritated for the continuous flooring he has to handle. Okay, lastly, we have Akonsi Gariba from Tamale saying, why is it that Honorable Ablakwa thinks he can run people down and they can't do the same? I was happy that Kojo Oppong Nkrumah stood his ground against Honorable Ablakwa, who has been attacking NPP people as if he knows something that others don't know. I urge NPP people to rise against the NDC communicators anytime they get the opportunity to speak. Anyway, Paul, let's get back with the show.
All right, running out of time a little bit, but we're still here on a Thursday evening. Somebody sent a text. Oh, yes, it's the birthday today of Virus. Nana Appiah, CEO of the State House in Charlie, that guy is doing well. The other day, I talked about Kofi Ofosun cancer. The other person that we should mention is Virus. Charlie, the guy's loyalty, commitment to the MPP agenda and what he's done with State Housing. I'm going to volunteer to do a documentary on what State Housing has achieved since 2018 up till now. Virus, happy birthday to you. You're a great man. I saw you in the Takrade working very, very hard to make these things happen. Truly, truly, Virus, happy birthday. It is very, very possible. And it's becoming more possible by the week. Okay, it's 18 minutes at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock. We take a short break. When we come back, the big conversation with the... please put the flyer on the TV. Let me advertise it before I take the break. No, I mean the poster of our friend from Tamale. The one that has him and Amin Anta and Alhaji Bawumia. Do you have it there? Let me go to the touch screen and fill you in, viewers. Some of you may be seeing this for the first time, but we've been dealing with this, so it shouldn't be for those who watch us regularly. So this is Halik Musa. He says, for several years... look at what I'm saying. What did I say? For several years? Sorry about that. For several years, I called and labeled the vice president and his government as the most useless government, criticized them to a point where Mr. Mahama called me and thanked me for standing by the NDC. The vice president had all the powers to send people to attack me at my workplace or throw me into cells. He didn't do that. Instead, he came to Tamale and called me for dinner through Chairman Samba and Dr. Anta, a great mark of tolerance and good leadership. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, I'm sorry. I was attacked by the NDC for criticizing Mr. Mahama within the space of 5 minutes. And because of that, I'm not on radio again. Forgive me, sir. Solid brand. Now, he's in the studio tonight, and he'll be telling us the whole story. That's him. Great shot, producer. Great shot. That's him. After the break, we are live with him. Adenta Kumi is also in the studio to give us the young people's analysis of President Mahama's manifesto. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to own a prime piece of litigation-free land where you can put up your dream family home or your ideal getaway retreat within a luxurious estate? Then look no further. Welcome to Rehoboth Hills, where your dream of hassle-free land ownership comes to life. Acquire land devoid of multiple purchases, litigation, and land guard issues in a safe and secure gated community while enjoying the fabulous night view of Accra from the serene Ebri Mountains. Rehoboth Hills offers spacious plots that provide provide you with the ideal setting for your dream home and a valuable, safe investment for your future. The lands are located in the prime area of Ayarifa within our residential development Rehoboth Hills, overlooking the city of Accra and the Aburi Mountains. Our prices are very affordable and designed to fit your budget. We offer flexible payment terms, ensuring that you can invest in a valuable asset for the future. Contact us on 0244 764 499 or 0204 950 810 or visit our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com. Rehoboth Properties, quality housing for all.
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get a packing from your cookman. One lie. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, yo, bill radio. We are star 712. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now wait me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here. You're buying for me, right?
Or who else? Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
No, maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Baby, give me your 5 numbers. And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
Dema, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Man. Within some defi kwa ejumekuo nchen emmamo. Yede kwa mixture baye, muji tumu kama. Afi yede foforo aba, kwa plus mixture, and a kwa empty mixture. Kwa mixture eboa, ama onipedua nya hoden no. Na kwa plus mixture, nso eboa immune system. For kwa mixture, and kwa plus mixture, for boa wapumudei. Afenso, yedi malaria drop atahwe abedwa so. Yedi di kwa empty mixture. Kwa mixture, kwa plus mixture, and kwa empty mixture enye ma pemfo. Emma omo akola no fo. Eni nkola omudi mfie dumienu. Hwe se why test. Ai kire se o malaria mo wa no bi ewo mogemu. Ansa na wafa kwa empty mixture. Opedudu etu a. Fre kwa edwumekuo no ewo 0244 726611 ana 059 165 5778. FDA agi egwedie nkrato yi ato.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Kati, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ba uye denwa.
Yala, mesi yamfana ko mami buruwa.
Ayi, mami ko buru. Ko ni atele be ko bra. Mumi yamfana ko Dr. Ba ho.
Dr. Ba no ya de.
Bra, se pa no mpemu adwuma, sasabro sro Dr. Ba oye.
Sorry, ni kemi kwa na meka. Oh, no mpemu ni mdi onu na ye expert nyaza afo no. Wakra eni Kumasi no mpemu expert yen kan chireo.
So what your papa This is
That's my secret. Give us P capsules. Pema wa won din ko from now on to me to my din won pem. Give us P capsules. Obedu asemama. Ono enemy lawyer.
Ah, and to lawyer no na show bottom. Are you pro? They na upon machine ba bet chia mo a ese ni die.
Bosano.
No. Nige na fi waka wo. The friend give us cold capsules. Say yes is yare na wo so. Ko di wo ni pedem wani na wo posa amaman entimi ma wunja wo nan yi. Unum give us cold capsules a. Obeye free.
Lawyer.
Give us cold capsules.
And I give us P capsules.
Hey, and they give us free. Open Chinasuma.
And men what if you do what you do cronkwan efa. Give us core capsules. A pain for a batter one more menu for an inquada when if you do me nunca.
Hello, my name is Roland Walker. I'm here at Coastal Park. It's one of the many courts belonging to estate masters, and they are into service plots, property management, and luxury homes. And just in case you want to make that decision to invest into a landed property, estate masters is the right choice to make. If it is from an indenture, a site plan, you want it also barcoded, all is available. You might have heard about Chopoli. It's where we have the next cottage of estate masters. It is not only one of the thriving, but the most inviting landed property sites for you also to invest in. We encourage you, do invest in the next cottage at Chopoli. It is just close to the yet to be demarcated airport. That also will be a valuable property for you to invest in.
Win your choice of exciting prizes, all to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get that packing so you have to come out. Wallah. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, yo, bill radio. We are star 712. It's what you follow. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here. You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe a straight to option 4. Now you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Yes, Serene. It's now time for our interview session, and I have to start with Halik. Is that the name? It's the first time I'm hearing an Islamic name like that. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Let me say good evening to our viewers, cherished viewers. Yes, Halik, in simple terms, forms part of the 99 names of Allah. You know, God has His own names stated in the Holy Quran, and Halik is part of that, which means.
Wait, are you feeling cold?
No, I'm
give me that condition remote.
Oh, no, I'm very cool.
Is it directly on?
I'm very cool. I will sweat right now.
If I turn it off, you sweat.
Oh no, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I will even sweat under AC. Don't worry.
Really?
No, I'm very cool. I'm very cool. I'm very cool.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll hold it and see.
Yeah. So means the greatest.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the greatest. I mean, yes. Sorry, the creator.
The creator.
The creator. That Allah is a creator. And so if you are mentioning Halik, you are referring to me as the creator. So it's prohibited in Islam. So unless you add Abdul, Halik means the slave of God or the slave of the creator.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, God is.
So if I just refer to you as Halik,
it means you are.
That's almost an abomination.
That's right. It is.
That's
wrong.
calling you God.
That is God's name. Unless you add Abdul. Abdul means the slave to God. So a slave to the creator.
So Abdul Aziz means what?
Abdul Aziz means the mighty. It means Abdul means the slave to the Almighty.
Aziz means Almighty.
Aziz means Almighty. Yes.
I see.
The mighty.
Yeah.
Halik means the creator.
I see.
That forms part of the 99 names of Allah. And so God is too jealous to the extent that you can't just refer to me as Halik. It means I'm taking over his throne, which is...
You sound like a devoted Muslim.
I am. I was born into a Muslim home. Yeah, I am.
How long have you been doing radio?
For 15 years now. Professionally, and through attachment till now 15 years, but having my own program as a professional radio presenter is about 10 years.
On Tamale Radio?
No. I started way back with the former Vice President, Ali Mama radio station, North Star, which is still in existence.
North Star.
But before that, I had some attachment on Fila FM. Later moved to North Star Radio. That was where I held my own drive time show as a radio presenter. And so after the North Star, I moved to Zar Radio, which came in 2012 as a drive time host, you know. And from there, I left. Now I wasn't on radio, you know, till Radio Tamale, you know, came. They were finding it difficult because they came as an urban radio station, and Tamale, as it is, very indigenous when it comes to our local language. We don't joke with it. Even people with PhDs want to still speak in Dagbani. And so when you come...
Dagbani is different from Hausa, isn't it?
Yes, very.
Dagbani is the language of the Dagombes.
Yes, Dagombes. Okay. And the Hausa is for the Zambus. But if you're in Tamale, you want to do English or Tree, even those who understand Tree or English will not even like to go that way. They still want the Dagbani. Unlike Accra, just like Accra, Tree stations are most powerful. You know, those who understand English still love the Tree programs. And so Dagbani was very popular there, but they came with English. So at the point they thought
So you broadcast in Dagbani?
Yes. At the point they thought that the English not working for Radio Tamale, so they need to change. So some presenters left and they brought me in.
And your program was political?
No, largely entertainment. But you know, drive time includes a lot of, goes with a lot of topics.
Current affairs.
I can bring current affairs, I can bring sports, bring entertainment, politics, you know. But largely, my program was geared towards entertainment largely. I did 10%, 5 to 10% politics.
What is the program called?
Bogombiane means fire day.
But fire is not entertainment.
Fire, it's referred to as picking
action.
That's right. Hitting on issues that people fear to talk about. We bring it on, you know, not insults, but we go straight to issues. We hit on issues, what you need to know about things that are not going well in Northern region or in Ghana. That we talk about that in politics, in entertainment, in sports. So when you are discussing sports your way and you are running around the issue, when I come, I go straight to the issue instead of running around. So that is what we describe as fire. So fire day.
So you are real. You speak the real issue.
That's right. We don't lie.
Not the thing that people are jumping about.
No. And that makes me different and stand tall among my peers.
Congratulations. My research I've done shows that you were very, very huge in Tamale.
Definitely.
You still are. People are expecting that you start a new program in Tamale.
Yeah, many people are calling me.
They're asking that you should do internet. You should just be in your room.
Podcast. But the problem is that I am loved by many, and the problem in Northern region, it's not like Accra or Kumasi. We are still coming up, and you know, internet and smartphones. Not everybody has internet or smartphone.
So radio is easier.
It's easier. We go to villages. You see that people love me in the villages. They don't have internet. They don't have smartphones to watch me. Yes, I can go podcast, but I still need to be on a traditional media to be able to reach out to certain people. You know, that has always been my problem. Even being on Radio Tamale, I wanted to resign way back, but I thought that if I go, I'll be doing a lot of harm to these people.
Okay, let me ask you, and timer, please look at the interview from here, timer. So, are you NDC or MPP? Were you NDC?
I was born into an NDC home, but I was supposed to be an NDC person. I'm supposed to be an NDC person, but I'm not a type who follows things just because my dad is following NDC or my mother is following NDC.
But your parents were NDC?
Yes, sure.
Rawlings NDC?
Yes, Rawlings. My mother was a frontliner for Madame Kunedu.
Yes,
31st December.
She had red beret.
That's right.
When you were young?
Yes, my mother. At the point Madame Kunedu came into my house, when Mr. Rawlings came with the wife, with Madame Kunedu, my mother was sick. So they came. I was young, you know. So
they came to your house?
Yes, to see my mom.
Because of her commitment to the party?
Yes, 31st December Women Movement, the area called Nuhane, my mother was the leader, you know.
Wow.
So I've been a fan of Madame Kunedu, wherever she is. I say good evening. Yeah. I've loved, and she has been my best first ladies ever. You know.
Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings.
That's right. Very sociable.
We all love her.
True nationalist. But I mean, after I've grown and I can think for myself. I don't have to follow my mom or my.
But you said
on
the radio, you said you speaking for John Mahama and attacking Bawumia all the time.
Yes, that's where a lot of people got it wrong, because the problem has to do with government and not party.
Okay.
You understand me? I will not be fair directing my arsenal towards the opposition NDC, John Dramani Mahama, who is not in office for
because they are not
reason.
in government. Yes, some journalists have that principle.
That's right.
That the government has the power.
That's right.
So
Mr. Mahama was kicked out because we thought that he was doing, abysmally, and for that reason, some people were brought into office to work.
Yes.
In the name of Dr. Bawumia and Mr. Nana Akufo-Addo. So if things are not going right, as a media person,
it is them that you have
as a watchdog, I would need to point out to them, this is not right, this is not right. Not insult. And you see, for some years, I've been on them. So people thought, Northern Region and Tamale, once you criticize the government, people sit back, they easily label you. They tell you that, you are NDC, because, you criticize Dr. Bawumia.
Is it very polarized out there?
It is. Sometimes, I was just telling, when I was waiting for the interview, I was telling the other guy that if it is Tamale, they will attack you.
What I'm doing. Oh, yes.
Yeah, somebody will just stop you and want to slap you or hit you. That is Tamale. I'm not kidding. Politically, entertainment, we are doing better. But politically, our people need to, not everybody anyway.
There's very little tolerance.
Yes, not everybody. Let me clear it. Tamale is a very peaceful place. Tamale is a very beautiful place. But some people attach emotions to politics, just like what they did to me. And so, yes, I read people minds, policies, what they can bring to the table to develop or help the people of Ghana before I follow. So I can be NDC today and be MPP tomorrow. That is me. It's not like I'm there for money or whatever. Bring it.
So when you were doing that, the report said that President Mahama called you. What did he say?
President Mahama, he doesn't listen to me. Because I was more like criticizing the government every day on my show. So at a point, the executive of the NDC in Northern Region identified that. They were able to notice quickly that this guy is doing well for us. I was not doing it because I am NDC, but I was just doing it because I am a media person and I have a responsibility to keep them in check and serve as a watchdog. For some reasons, they saw that as an NDC person and somebody who is standing by their party and talking for their party. I don't have any problem with that. They wanted to appreciate me. Most of them call me and say, keep doing that. Until the point Mr. Mahama came for his thank you tour at Global Dream Hotel, I think they told him about me and the need to talk to me or thank me. And so Mr. Mahama asked them, I think through Honorable Murtala Mohammed and the regional secretary, King Salam, they called me, and when I got to the Global Dream Hotel, the program had started. But they told Mr. Mohammed that I was there, so he invited me to the high table. I came behind him, and he told me, it wasn't on phone. I thought during your analysis.
It looked like it was phone.
Yeah. No. He
called me. Face to face,
yeah, that's right. So I got to the high table. He turned himself and said that, Tel, I've heard about you. I just call you to thank you so much for what you've been doing for me and my party. I have you in mind. Continue doing that, and I thank you so much. In less than 1 minute, we're done.
The conversation ended.
Nothing was given to me. I never even expected anything from Mr. Mahama, because I was very happy he called me. But for somebody like that to call you and appreciate and thank you was remarkable.
It was. Certainly
yes, that's right. And that actually also propelled me and pushed me to even do more for them. You understand me? So it hadn't been that, I stand on my principles. I don't deviate. Whatever I want to do, I do. But the fact that he called me and that's respect he gave to me, I was tempted to even go more because of what he did. Because it takes a good person.
To encourage you.
I mean, but I stood my grounds and said, no, yes, I will continue hating on the government. If Mr. Mahama thinks I am NDC, he's lucky. And he has thanked me. Let me continue. So I'm using this platform to, tell Ghanaians and people who loves me that I am not NDC, I am not MPP, but the two of them, because we are looking at Mr. Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, because when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia came to Tamale during his, primaries campaign, he was supposed to, he went to Dr. Ante's house, and I was coming from the airport. Chairman Samba called me that Mr. Ante said, finance
Who is Chairman Samba?
The Northern Regional
MPP, not the regional chairman.
Yeah, he called me, and that the vice president had asked
Anta,
the finance minister, to call me to his house, and that wherever I am, I should rush. They have limited time. He's just there to eat and go and sleep. They are tired. And so when I cut off the call, I was just thinking, what would this man tell me?
So this photograph is in Anta's house?
Yes, that's Anta's.
Well, that's where dinner happened?
Yes, behind the photo is the dining table.
Okay, the lady there is who?
It's Anta's wife.
Okay.
Yes, so when I got there...
Where's Chairman Samba? He's not in the photo.
He's not in the photo, but I had a different photo with him.
Okay.
So, Mr. Tampuli was there as well.
Alhassan Tampuli was there?
Yeah,
Great.
The convoy, Anthony Kabu and Co.
Oh, they were all there?
Yeah, and let me also make it clear. When I got there, they never gave me anything. Just like Mr. Mahama invited me. Somebody would think that Dr. Bawumia invited me and gave me money to talk for him.
So when you got in and you saw all the MPP people, how did you feel?
Already, I am there with regional minister. When I got there, the regional minister didn't know that I was coming there. So when I got there, the regional minister said, hey, are we safe?
That you are here?
Yes, that I'm there. Mr. Tampuli said, hey, Tel, he was telling the vice president that, oh, doctor, Tel has been on me every day. I don't know what I've done to Tel. They were complaining. And the vice president said that, oh, now that he's here, Tel is our friend. He will not do that any longer. Tel, you can have a seat. Do you want to eat? I said, no, I don't want to eat. Because one day I was saying something and said, because he gave me food. Already people are telling me that on social media that I was invited for dinner because of that, because of food. I am insulting John Dramani Mahama. So when I got there, they never gave me anything. But you see, when I got there too, I met with the vice president. But surprisingly, the vice president didn't tell me that. He never mentioned, oh, Tel, support the MPP. Tel, thank you for supporting the MPP. Or Tel, going forward, say this about me. Never, never. What he said was, I've heard a lot about you. I am told you are a big figure in Northern Region, and I thought it wise to invite you and say hi to you. How are you doing, my brother? I said, I'm fine. Okay. That ended it. Just invited me to greet me, and that's it. The rest of the conversation happened between myself, the regional minister, the mayor, Tampuli, Mr. Tampuli, Honorable Habib Idris, and Co. You understand me? But he didn't call me to do anything. He just called to say hi.
He didn't complain?
No, never. And that was at that particular moment, I was, what is this man doing? I thought after hitting, at a point, I thought I was even insulting the vice president. Most of the times, unprintable words, I should say. Example, a useless vice president. He's an ordinary, supposed to know better.
But you said that about him?
I said that.
Useless vice president?
Yes, I said it. I called him, and I apologize. I did that. I did that. I call him a useless president, but I apologize. I'm a very truthful person. I don't dodge things. If for that reason, Mr. Mahmoud Bawumia says he doesn't like me, fine, I will apologize. But that was what I said. But that was not because of the NDC.
And he didn't say anything about that?
Nothing about that. But he greeted me. But I thought that maybe he's a politician. He knew. He knew what, he has something in his mind. But for me, he never said that to me. But that particular thing alone, driving home, I was thinking, but this man is supposed to be mad at me. This man is supposed to be sending tax at me. This man is supposed to be insulting me or angry. But what happened?
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Has Christianity always been one of the religions in the world to you?
Oh, hallelujah.
Praise God.
Christianity is not a religion, neither is it a joining of a church and doing the Christian things like praying and giving and so on. Hallelujah.
Christianity is the outworking of God's own kind of life, received into the spirit of
Anytime I'm talking about politics, nobody said anything, including even MPP tax I know in Northern Region. I saw dine and wine. Be charitable. I mean, we have done some works. Also talk about that. People who can beat me, left, right, center, still call me and still want to bring the issues to me and still want to tell me what they have done and for which reason I should also be talking about that, you know. So for years, and I thought that, oh, Tamale, we are wise. Tamale, we are coming up. You know, I'm criticizing and still look at what the MPP guys are doing. I didn't know. Little did I know that one day I would turn. But at the point, people were thinking that I am MPP, like I said. I mean, NDC, like I said, which is not, it doesn't appear good for my brand. I said, okay, people expect me to balance. But to balance, how do I balance it? Because the NDC is not in power. You know, so how do I balance? I said, okay, to demonstrate to the people that I am not NDC, let me also look into the opposition and see what they are doing. That is not right for our democracy, or that is not right for Ghana, and see if we can hit back.
So what did you find?
At that particular point, that was the point Mr. Mahama appointed his running mate, Professor J. Nano Opoku-Agyeman. You know, I didn't even want to comment it. And that was the time Napo mentioned Nkrumah issue at Kumasi.
So that's recent.
So these two things, unfortunately, it was unfortunate, but I came in defense for Napo. First, I said that, for example, me, I've not seen Nkrumah, I've not seen what's it called, Hilal Imam. I've not seen anybody. I've seen under the Fourth Republic. I've seen Mr. Rawlings when I was young. I've seen Mr. Kufuor. I've seen John Atamios. I've seen Mr. President Mahama, and I've seen Atamios. Sorry, what's it called? Akufo-Addo. Now, if I want to talk about the works, I will look into the four candidates or the four presidents and be able to say, I've not seen Nkrumah. And so Napo comment about Mr. Nkrumah was entirely his opinion. Nobody had right over it. It was nothing like arrogance. As I'm saying this, I said this on radio.
Oh, so this is what you said?
Yes, yes.
That people started...
Yes. That Napo apology to that effect was not necessary. And I said that the apology hit me hard. And I said that, okay, on behalf of Fado is better than Nkrumah. This was because we want people to be allowed to share opinions. Let them talk. Let them feel free to talk. Ask them questions. Okay, fine.
And then we can debate it.
Fine, yes. You said Akufo-Addo is better than
Nkrumah. Why?
Why? Nobody was asking questions.
Yeah,
you were saying he's arrogant. So that was my first point of call. I said, Mr. Napo, I support you today, and you have to retract the apology. You know, for people to understand that.
That was a hard one.
Yes, I said the politics is not about, you know, criticizing. Yes, you want power, but that doesn't mean that you should sit on what people think. You can't do that to me just because Napo wants to be vice president. So what? He shouldn't share his opinion? You know, your Nkrumah. Okay, fine. That is your Nkrumah. I have Nana Akufo-Addo. He have Nana Akufo-Addo. And Nana Akufo-Addo is his boss. He has appointed him. He's working for him. And Nkrumah never appointed Napo to work for him. And so who do you want him to praise? Between Nkrumah and Akufo-Addo.
So after that, what happened?
After that, that was when the debate of Napo and arrogance and Professor Jean Nana Opoku-Agyeman. And that's where the problem lies. They said, I said, first of all, it's a non-starter to compare Jean Nana Opoku-Agyeman. When it comes to competence, it is clear. They've all been education ministers before, and the record is clear, and so you cannot compare on the basis of
and the education. Record is that Napo is better?
Napa, better. That's your view of
yes, the matter.
That is my opinion. It's my opinion. And I'm not saying this because I am NDC or MPP. That was my view. And it all boils down to the doorstep of people thinking I am NDC. So let me now share my views about NDC. So I said that when it comes to comparison, Napo is far gone. And I also said that I was hearing things about Dr. Bawumia picking Madam Freema Opare. And so if he had gone for Madam Freema Opare, Professor Jean Nana Opoku-Agyeman is better than Mr. Opare. Luckily for him, he didn't go for her. He went for Napo. And so you can't compare Madam Jane to Napo. It's a non-starter. That is one. Two, compare.
That's sexist.
Huh?
That's sexist.
That is my problem.
That opinion you can't have.
I have one. This is my opinion.
That men are better than women when it comes to leadership.
Yes.
No, you can't say
why?
That.
You're also sitting on what I think. You're also sitting on what I think.
Yeah, you have to verify. Why do you say that?
It's simple. That we can have a debate. But I have the right to say that.
No, but when you say that, you can't leave it. You have to add.
Are you telling me that women are doing better than men in leadership?
I'm not saying that yet. I will say that, but not yet.
That's the reality, but you don't want to say it.
So let's go slow.
That's right. That's what I
Why
said.
do you think men are doing better than women?
We've not, for some years, we've not seen men in demonstrating better, in leadership than men. You know,
the British
or Prime Minister has he done better than?
Oh, she was the only female who came in 1980.
That is your view.
No, in terms of being the only female in 1980, that's correct.
That's what I'm trying to say. So because he was the only female.
No, not the only female. She moved Britain from a poor country coming towards poverty, transferred Britain's economy.
I don't want to even. I don't want to even come to that debate.
Indira Gandhi.
I'm saying yes. Yeah, they are women, but I'm saying that they did well.
But you talk about Nana Akufo-Addo Rawlings.
No,
she's a better leader than many men that we have had in Ghana.
I'm saying that. No, I'm not even talking about individuals. I'm talking about in generality. I'm talking about women and men.
That's difficult to say.
It is difficult, but when you put women in men and want to juxtapose, or
put women in men. Okay, can you say, for instance, that short men are better leaders than tall men? Can you say that? If you can't say that, then you can't say tall men leaders are better than short men leaders.
These are two different things, Paul. I'm saying that I've seen women in leadership, I've seen men in leadership in Ghana, and I can do my comparison and be able to tell you that men are doing well. This is not a debate I want to have here.
We can leave that. We can leave that
I want to have
and let's social media.
Okay,
let's go back. Let's continue with your story.
That's
so
right.
Then what
so
happened?
When I said that for 2 days, I said that for 2 days, and I had, that was when I just bought my new car. I had my new car, a Jeep Compass. So the car came. So he came to Tamale and warnings to me that the MPP bought me with a car to insult John Mahama and what's it called, the NDC.
Did you insult John Mahama?
No.
What did you say?
I'm coming to what?
Okay.
No, it was just about, I said that his choice for the running mate position, it was wrong. And part of the reason was what I was telling you, but I have different reasons. And the reasons was that should John Mahama leave, if there's anything happening to, if like there should be something in the case, in an event where John Mahama is leaving, who will be able easily fit into the shoes of Mr. Mahama? So Mr. Mahama should have gone advocate for women leadership. Fantastic. Our women are coming up. We have young and intelligent, smart women coming up, like Madam Senator Agyeman Rawlings. very intelligent, very charming, very pretty, very energetic. You could go,
go for her as running
mate. Example, that's what I said.
Or Marietta Brewer, right. The former attorney general.
Just right. Pick somebody, make that person popular. You have 4 years. In case, if you win, you have 4 years in office. So when you are leaving, who do you think will fit into your elect? Madam Jane after John Dramani Mahama.
Election, yes, I agree with you. No one in NDC would elect. That I agree with you.
She was appointed.
But in terms of her competences.
Competent to, so you can, who can you compare her competence to? We saw what she did at the Education Ministry. During her time, there was not even chalk in the classrooms. Is that the kind of leader you want to elect? The NDC themselves will not elect somebody like that. If they want a lady, then there are ladies. I think
so. When you said that,
in fact, the warning through a friend of mine, and told that person that their problem is that they have realized I've been bought just for 2-day criticism. That have been bought by the MPP to insult John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. That was the first step. And they said, based on their research, they also said that Honorable Habib Idris gave me a car.
The said car?
Yes, that car. You know, Habib is my nephew. The mother is my sister.
Who is Habib, though?
Honorable Habib, the whip, the deputy whip in Parliament.
Oh, yes. Okay, okay.
So that he bought me to insult NDC and MPP, and so he should warn me that when I come and talk about John Mahama again, they will crush me at the radio station. So the next day I went and said, let me clear myself. Nobody bought me in the MPP.
So you said it's on the radio?
But after 5:30, so during my program, I said on radio that no one bought me, no one gave me money, has given me money and said I should support or insult John Dramani Mahama. NDC John Dramani Mahama. If really I want money, then I will praise him, what's it called, Dr. Bawumia and Nana Akufo-Addo, because they are even in power and they can easily give me what I want. And I asked a question. For 6-7 years, I've been attacking and criticizing the MPP. Who bought me in the NDC? Who gave me money in the NDC for 6 years? Just for me to
So what did they do to your car?
Yes, after the program, I was seated somewhere at the Tamale Technical University. We call it a tattoo, you know, just at the junction. My friend has a supermarket there. So I was seated there. Every day, that's where we sit. And according to people around there, they say they've targeted me for close. I'm seated with people that watch over me until some people move. So we're left with 2 people seated. Before I realized, 2 of them appeared there and said, good evening, like they said it at Banle, Adugale. You know, my name is Adugale too. Adugale Asankate Kanama, we have come to you. Before I asked for what reason, they started beating me. Slapping me in the face. One of them was holding a bone from a cow. I don't know how to describe it. A cow head from that bone. Use it on my head. I was just lucky he didn't heavily. That was when I got to it. Yes.
Just like that?
Yes, they started beating me. So I thought it was even 2.
What time of the day was it?
It was 10:30 to 11.
The shop had closed?
It had closed. Even the CCTV cameras were on, but the next day the lady deleted it because every day, anytime she comes, the next day she would delete it, you know, because and start at fresh. So they started beating me, the 2 people. And going to them because, I mean, a man, you can just slap me and I'll be looking at you. I'll slap you back and do. They started coming out, numbering to 9 to 10 people, hitting me. So when I said that, these people really wanted to kill me. So I ran across the road into the houses. It's an area. So where they were shouting, thief, 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 thief on me, you know. So those who came out in the houses saw it was me and realized, no, it's not thief. Some people had come to attack me, you know. So one of the MPP guys was in the racks for them and said, sack them on the road. So they were going. One of them picked a stone and he wanted to smash my windscreen. And one of them told him that we are not after his car. Leave it and let's go. So he dropped the big stone. I was just standing watching them. He dropped the big stone, picked a small stone, went back the car and smashed the taillight, came in front and smashed the mirrors, of the cars. And I was lucky.
Whilst you were looking at him?
I was just looking at them. One of them, I think that was the leader, said, "Oh, let's go. Don't smash the car." But still, he took a small stone and, what's it called, hit the glass, the tail light and the driving mirrors and left, So it affected my work in a way, because the next day I was preparing to go to work. My manager called me and said that some people call him to tell him that if and I asked them who attacked me last night, and they're coming to attack me again. So I said, okay, I'll stay back for safety reasons. I won't come. And so that was what happened. So I stayed off, not knowing my manager. They went to my manager to tell him that I am against NDC. I don't like John Dramani Mahama. If they should leave me at the studio, then they winning the election in Northern Region, it will not be possible, because my program is a very tough program, has listenership, and that's the fact. I have the most listenership, very powerful than any other radio program there. And so they think that using it against them will cause them. And so they realized that I hate John Mahama and the NDC. So the earlier they sacked me, the better. So they went to the chief party to get him involved, to tell me to stay away. They wanted to make it look that it's not them, it's not the managers, it is the Lamashegu chief who said I should stay back. I said, how? The chief cannot do this. It's not fair. And so I went to the chief palace. The chief was not even around. He traveled. When I called the driver, he said, the chief is not aware of this. Who and who said that? So the Zachi, the youth chief of Lamashegu, is an NDC person. So he was the person my manager called to stop me from coming to the radio station. So the chief came home. I went to the chief himself and asked him, "Oh, chief, you said I should stay home. I shouldn't come to work. This is what it's chief to interfere in any political thing. I don't want to interfere. I know anything about it." And he now asked me to narrate the story. I narrated the story and said that I don't know anything. I don't want to put my hands in it. You can go and deal with your management. So there I realized that it wasn't about the chiefs. It was just the manager who tones the lines of NDC. They don't want anything to be said negatively about NDC. So I began to check and realize that they didn't want me there because they didn't sack me. But I said that, how can just 9 people threaten me? It is the responsibility of the station to also give me even security. I've seen radio stations in Accra where police guided them for them to be doing work. Why can't you even protect me as a radio presenter? Thousands of people who are listening to me, just 9 people from the NDC have the power over you to tell you to stop me from coming to work. I said, no, that was the main reason why I resigned. Back to the NDC. After praising them for 5 years, like I said, they were able to identify and notify me about your mama calling me to say thank you. That was, I narrated earlier on this show. Now, when that attack happened, they came with the name of the NDC and Honorable Ataisa, the Sanargo defeated me and mentioning John Mahama, NDC, and Ataisa saying that I should never insult John Mahama whilst beating me. I should never insult Ataisa. If I should mention any of their names there, then they will attack me. So I issued a statement on Facebook and said, NDC tax and Ataisa tax attack me. So the next day, Ataisa got to me through his chairman, the next 2 days, through his constituency chairman, to tell me that I should take his name off the problem. He is not aware, and he disassociates himself from the matter. I said, okay, it's just that I don't hate him. I will take his name out once he has disassociated. So I was not even rendering an apology until his lawyers wrote to me to take off his name. But none of them, not even the chairman, condemned or asked questions to none of the regional executive in the Northern Region, talking about the NDC, who even saw, my program as an NDC program, who, clapped for me in the past, invited me to greet Mahama, saw it necessary to even call and condemn. None of the.
But they all heard about that matter.
They heard
because you said it on radio.
They heard, and I'm even off radio. The program when I go off radio for a day whether I'm on holidays or I'm sick, everybody will notice that. Now, I am off. What is the reason? Is the reason of the attack? Who attacked me? Is the NDC. Up to date, none of the regional executives in Northern Region called me to say, we condemn this, or even ask me questions about that. You know, none of them, including George for your mama. I'm sure he hasn't heard it, but it should be in their prime interest to talk about it or tell Mr. Mahama that, oh, this is what happened. Mr. Mahama, the station belongs to Mr. Mahama, one of Mr. Mahama people, Dr. Callistus, in your mama office. So typically, the man, I respect him because he opened the station and said he's doing his business. It's not a political station, but for as an NDC person. The CEO is not saying that it's NDC station, but Northern Region executive, everybody, including the managers, are making it NDC station. So when that happened, and I spoke a bit about NDC and criticized them, their running mate, and Mr. Mahama and the NDC, none of them called me. Up to date, none of them call me. So I am not paying because of, what's it called? Yeah, I think Farouk is calling me. Chairman Farouk, he is a constituency chairman. He called.
You talk to him.
No, he's not. I mean, not. I think you want to remind me of something. He is not a regional executive. He's a constituency executive. So I'm saying that none of the regional executives call me. Maybe you didn't get that right. So I am paying. I am not paying because of my resignation. I'm not paying because of they attack me. I am paying because I've been with you, and you think that I am with you for years, to a point of inviting me to say hi to Mr. Mahama. I was attacked, issued it on social media. People are discussing it on radio, and none of you, not the regional chairman, not the secretary I respect, none of the MPs. Instead, the finance minister, whom I criticized, the MPP, criticized him as an MP, Mr. Tampuli, the deputy transport minister, an MP for Gushegu, or what's it called, Honorable Habib, all of them call me. All of them, to a point, Dr. Bawumia spoke to me on this matter. Yes, they condemned the action and said that I should identify one of them. They will arrest them, not because they are in power, but because it was wrong. You understand me? So, Paul, tell me, between the say anything good, who do you think I should support or say good about? Because MPP has demonstrated that they got me. They have demonstrated that they like me. They have demonstrated that they can protect me, not with money. They have not given me anything.
Even though you were against them?
I was against them. None of the NDCs up to date condemn the act or issue a press statement to say that we disassociate ourselves, with the matter, so that I could apologize accordingly. Because today, if the NDC say that we are not aware of the attack, some people came with our name. Yes, it's possible. Somebody can come with your name without you knowing it. And I'm not saying the NDC send them. So if you hear things like this, don't condemn it, but just disassociate yourself, from it. And I will say, okay, fine, I apologize but as things are going, like the way things are going, it means that
very painful.
They are aware of it. That's what it means.
I get your point.
Because silence means consent.
No, the way they've been silent.
That's why
it suggests that they are aware of it.
Bodyguard from Neleru got me through phone. Dr. Anta Boyce even called me when I was going to South Africa. He gave me $600, not because I support MPP, but these are the people I criticized for, for years. So I am surprised. So I said to myself, yes, I've never been a politician. If I want to be a politician, one day I'll come into the mainstream politics. And so whatever I am doing now, I am an observer. I used not to criticize the NDC because of the respect I have with some people there. But they have been quiet over this issue. It means that they don't respect my person. And so whatever I want to say now, I'm not going to insult you. I'll be free to say it. They want it that way because they would have saved me and supported me, because whatever they are doing, maybe they want me to support their wings and caprices, because whatever they are bringing, I should support it. Anytime they are bringing, I should support it. I shouldn't have my say, as a person. They were looking at me as one of them. And so I use this particular platform to say that I am not an NDC person. I am not an MPP person. Whilst in South Africa, I've made posts on Facebook. People thought that the MPP bought me. But many people come under the comments to attack me and call me MPP. Surprisingly, none of them condemn the attack on me. That particular attack can even change my way of thinking. Yes, it can change my way of thoughts from the NDC to the MPP. None of them will condemn it. They rather come and attack me for criticizing Mr. Mahama. One of the criticisms I said was, when John Dramani Mahama debated Dr. Mahmoud, John Dramani Mahama, they were insulting me. Why are you insulting me? You never condemn the act. Now I'm free to say whatever I want to say because I respected you. I couldn't criticize you because of the respect I have for you. They attack me. You keep quiet. Now I am free to talk against the MPP. I am free to talk against the NDC, and you are now attacking me. No, nobody can sit on what I think. Going forward, Dr. Bawumia cannot sit on what I think. The only way to go is that doctor cannot pay me to talk about him. But what I can do for him is that I've seen that the man cares about me. I've seen that he cares for people. I've seen that Dr. Anta cares for people. I've seen that generally the MPP cares for people than the NDC in the northern region. And so even if I'm stupid and I want to talk, who would I go for? So John Mahama, I respect him so much to a point of calling him my father on radio. And it pains me I was attacked because of him. For calling him my father for close to 4 or 5 years. For respecting him for close to 4 or 5 years. I have never said anything wrong against John Mahama. I was attacked because of him. People are quiet, including the Northern Regional NDC chairman and his executive. None of them, except Chairman from the Central. He called me, and he heard it after 2 days. And he called to condemn the action. And I greet him so much. I respect him so much. And he called on a friendly note. Honorable Malimale, also the Kushegu candidate, also called me. He called on a brotherly note, not because we are parties, whatever. But the regional executives, regional skins, none of them. And I can swear God that they heard about the issue deliberately. They are quiet. It's not because they've not heard about that. They heard about that and they don't want to talk about anything. Okay. So going forward, if I say anything wrong about, against the MPP, I don't think anybody have the right to question me. The NDC. You cannot question me because pain can change somebody. Yes.
So what are the youth thinking about in this election?
The youth?
Northern region. Tamale, Northern region.
For me, if I think I can speak for myself for now. If I'm going to vote Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he will give me a minister. He will give the Northern Region Finance Minister.
John Mahama can do that too.
Well, you should promise me that. Because
Idris Haruna is the Northern MP, can be Finance Minister.
No, but Dr. Bawumia has demonstrated that.
What do you call it? You mentioned his name. Mutala can be Finance Minister.
Yes, these are great people. Uncle Haruna is my uncle, and Mr. They're all my uncles. I respect them. But in the area of finance, I don't think.
Do you think most of the northern? Do you think the northern youth is divided into choosing between John Mahama? It's still a very tight thinking up until December 7th.
For now, in Northern Region, as a president before, it will not be difficult. If I will choose as a sensible person or sensible youth, then I will look into the two of them, whom I've not seen Dr. Bawumia as a president, but I've seen John Dramani Mahama as a president. That's just one. If I want a northern president, to have a northern president, then I will look at somebody who will take, the office for long.
So the 2 terms, 1 term.
2 terms. That's why it
could be a factor.
That's why it could, because I was thinking that John has learned his lesson, he should come. But on the other side, they are all northerners. So if I'm betting on a northern agenda, then Dr. winning will be better because he has the chance to go for 80. How many are they?
Well, I don't know, but they are there. Now it's 8 years.
Well, it's better.
So somebody who was 12, 2016, did not really understand what happened. Of them, he's 18. I'm saying that person too.
But Paul, that doesn't mean that still John Mahama can go 8 years.
No, he cannot go. That's
what I'm saying.
But in terms of you say you've seen John Mahama as president, they didn't see.
That is just part of it. But I'm just saying that they're all northerners.
But this one can go 2 terms.
Bawumia can go 2 terms. John Mahama only have 1 term to go. And so if I want to have a president for long, why not? I'll go for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If I want to have a finance minister, we said Dagomba as well, I'll go for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
But Amin Anta is proven beyond everything to be a great finance
Yeah, he is. He is.
He's proven to be a great finance
I
minister.
don't say that. I mean, during his tenure, I mean, we have seen what things are turning
His
out.
connection with the business community is amazing.
He's fantastic. I love him. He's my uncle, and I love the way he's going. So I'm just trying to say that.
Are you a registered voter?
I am.
So will you vote for Dr. Bawumia?
For now,
yes.
If there should be an election today, I'll vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I see my future in Dr. Bawumia than John Dramani Mahama, except that John should demonstrate to me that I will do better when I come than Dr. Bawumia. But as it is now, if you look at their manifestos, even after the the media encounter with Dr. Bawumia, you realize that they have left their manifesto and they are discussing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It looks like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in the south and they are attacking. Very recently, I saw John Dramani went to campaign. He left whatever in the manifesto. He was attacking Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And so he's attacking like that. It means that you are empty. It means that you have nothing to offer. It means that you always wait for people to do before you do. Just quite recently, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia launched his manifesto. The next week, they said they are launching. You understand? They always wait for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to move before they move. I'm not saying this because I am MPP. No. I'm not MPP. I'm not in mainstream. But I see that if you go on my social media pages, I always say, why would Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ever do this before you come? Your policies. Why was it called? Why you organize a press soiree encounter? Nobody said anything. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia organized a press soiree. You are saying that journalists were paid, they were doing this. People didn't criticize yours. Why are you criticizing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? You know, these are the things I look at and I said that, yes, he is the right person to, because it looks like he's on top of the issue. It looks like he knows what to do if voted for. But one thing I also want to say for him, that people sometimes get it wrong because he is not a president. You know, for that one, whether I'm MPP or not, I'll speak for him.
He's a vice president.
He's a vice president. He has no full authority, to do anything. And I wonder, I don't see why people should judge him by Mr. Akufo-Addo's actions or tenure. Mr. Akufo-Addo is a different president, and he is a different individual. So
20 minutes to midnight. That's
so for
amazing
now,
interview.
So for now, like you ask, if there should be an election today, I will vote for Bawumia. He cares for journalists. He can protect us. 4, he has demonstrated that under him, there will be freedom of speech. Anybody at all can criticize anybody and go without insults. He has demonstrated that because I've criticized him. He came, he didn't shout, he didn't insult me, he didn't send any text on me, but called me and greet me. I mean, that one alone, like I said, is a mark of tolerance and good leadership. And so going forward, let us all demonstrate. I love John Dramani Mahama. So he should tone the line of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to, as it were, absorb certain things. I'm not saying John Dramani Mahama should come and send people, but he should call people to order. Let them know that we
Nenta, could we please come and sit here? I have to take you on Tuesday. But come and sit here and let viewers know that you were truly here. Sit in my chair. Fatih, I know you are tired. I'm really sorry. But let's do some touch. Okay, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so Maxwell Entry says NDC party always doing violence, but they don't use their violence to bring good policies to Ghanaians. Yedani Abdul Majid says, no doubt, Tel is the best radio presenter in Tamale. Safoi Fambali says, one thing I admire about Tel is that he stands by his words and is unwavering in his convictions. Initially, I misjudged him, thinking he was an NDC sympathizer until I followed his program for a while. Interestingly, he has been critical of this government and the NPP for years, yet we withstood the criticism and bear the heat. However, when he gave it to the NDC small, they attempted to silence him. This incident highlights the clear distinction between my regards to Mr. Kwabena Frimpong, NPP Deputy Director of Protocol. And lastly, coming from Idi Mohammed, he says the most brilliant presenter of the North is Tel. What do you have first?
Also from Idi Mohammed, he says, Mr. Tel, all the way, keep rocking. From Shaibu, he says, the king of the northern airwaves. We have from Salama, she says, great conversation, Apostle Paul. From Joseph, he says, the best radio host in the 5 regions upwards. Sidi Gariba says, all that he's saying is the truth. Lastly, from Ebenezer Autry, he says, I am really enjoying this interview, very intellectual. Angelo, over to you.
Sorry, not much from me. We have from Abdul Aziz saying, whenever Mr. Tell realizes he's wrong, he later quickly apologizes. This is one of the admirable things about him. We also have from Don King. He said, Mahama once said during one of his campaigns in 2016 that you cannot build on a foundation that you have not laid. So using the same analogy, what shows Mahama will improve the free SHS when your post and bastardized it? He will surely cancel it. And Mustafa Abubakar says, Mr. Tell is such a great guy of wisdom, so much following. He has a great following in the north. Keep it up. Lastly, Afo Emmanuel says, because of you, Paul, I always miss Thursday church meetings. Because of you.
Ananza Kumi, welcome. Thank you. We'll talk on Tuesday. I see you are ready. We'll deal with it. Yeah. But we all, Ananza Kumi came all the way from Adenta to give us a show. We didn't host him. We owe him transportation. So, Tell Media Foundation for West Africa. Ananza Kumi was paid transportation. He came from Adenta to Good Evening Ghana. We didn't have time to host him. We should just go. Is that Adenta? Bye. Go. Is that how you do it? Honorable, your final words.
Yes, so I would like to thank you very much.
We thank you too.
Because you have been on this issue, making it look like, yes, I am important.
I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah. You make it look like I'm important.
Oh, but you are important.
Very, yeah, I should say that.
No, I have a text message from Frances Siam that I should read for you. Do you know who she is?
I heard the name.
Frances Siam, she was a former NDC lady. Later, she had issues of violence, those Obeda Samoa issues, and she said that she wouldn't work with the NDC anymore. She had given most of her life to the NDC from her University of Ghana days. She was when nobody wanted to be NDC, when no Legon student wanted to be NDC because Rawlings was still in power. Gun, cuckoo, bullet. So post talk for NDC for many years. She was a favorite of Mrs. Rawlings. Eventually, she sided with Dr. Obeda Samoa. When Obeda Samoa was complaining about things happening in the party, they were beating up at Koforidua Congress. Siam, President Erika J, and Dr. Samoa himself, they were all attacked. So they all left the party in very bizarre circumstances. She says that, it says, Paul, that's NDC for you. Unmatched violence, MPP fraternity. Please, Chairman to me has open media networks in northern regions so he can be engaged productively. Please don't hurt because man disappoints, but God's grace and blessings abound. Obatampa Francis Eraba Esiam, inside Adenta, where Adenta Kumi is coming from. Okay, so that's her message. All right. Thank you so much. So what's next for you in terms of media?
For now, I'm confused. For now, about 5 radio stations.
In Tamale?
Yes.
Asking you to come.
But Paul, no sensible radio manager will sack me on the radio. My radio station.
I like your confidence.
No. Nobody. Nobody. At this point, I have numbers.
I admire it. I admire your confidence.
Yes. Nobody. No
because
one.
You are speaking on facts.
Yeah.
Numbers is numbers.
Yes, no one. As I'm talking to you now, if I leave radio in Tamale for even 20 years, they will not be able to get my type. I'm not
that
kidding.
They may get.
Yes, and I dedicate. They may.
20 years is a long time.
No, to get my type.
Yeah, I know.
I'm unique.
They'll find it.
No, differently. But I dedicate that to. I'm saying that.
What did you study in school, by the way?
Communications.
Where?
UDS.
Oh, okay. So you studied communications at the university level.
Yeah.
What secondary school did you go to, by the way?
Business Senior High School.
What do you say?
Business Senior High School.
Business.
Bisco, yeah.
Bisco Senior High School.
Business Senior High School.
In Bisco.
Yes, that's the name. The short.
Where's the school at? Tamale.
Tamale. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Along the UDS road.
Along the UDS road. Okay.
Yeah. So Paul, yes, I'm confused because I don't want to work for a radio station where I'll not be in charge because I've had a lot. That is what. Look at the reason why I'm leaving Radio Tamale. Just very,
Right?
Yes.
With
one.
Kids?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Did you say one?
When
I said, are you married? You said one.
One wife.
Yeah, but that's what I expect.
I want to marry 10.
Why?
Why?
No, Islam allows you to marry 4.
Who told you that?
That's what the Quran says.
But I'm a royal. We chiefs, we can marry up to 20. And God is aware of that one.
Are you a Dagomba?
A proper one.
I like you. I just like you. Do you support RTU?
Why not? I'm a traditionalist. And,
so are you RTU
huge sense of belonging.
Are you RTU House or RTU Kotoko? You know, RTU?
I don't even know House. I don't know Kotoko.
You
I've heard about them. I am RTU. Everything North, I am there.
But RTU is in second division now. It's in division one.
If it is Coast team, I support it.
So how are you doing to help it come back? Is Anna Nikobo still in Tamale?
Who?
Anna Nikobo.
Yeah, he's there.
He's there?
Yeah,
I'd like to see him.
Yeah, he's there. He's there.
I'd like to see
but
him.
Look, when it comes to RTU, I have to also give shout outs to Dr. Bawumia.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, he has committed to Mahama.
Very
Bawumia help us come into the league by supporting and paying of players.
Yeah.
You know, so I would like to send shout outs, and we need him again.
Please tell Anna Nikobo that I'd like to see him. If you know how to reach him.
I'll search for him.
Yeah, I like to see. One Wednesday afternoon, many years ago, 1983 or 84, I was picked up from primary school. My father picked me up and said we were going to the stadium. It was Hearts and RTU FA Cup final. I was very small. RTU were in a white jersey, and the whole stadium was talking about Anna Nikobo. I don't know how, I can't remember how he looks like, but I remember as soon as he had the ball, the Kotoko supporters who went there to be against, they were doing the against, would be cheering. And they said, fabulous. So when Anna Nikobo is on the ball, he had number 10 jersey. He turned so beautifully in the center circle. I think he was an offensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I heard of
later on, I hear his name in radio commentary. He played for the Black Stars. But if he's standing here today, I won't know that's Anna Nikobo. But I remember that Wednesday.
I've not seen him play because I was very young.
Oh, no, I was young to you.
Yes,
I heard
great
RTU star.
A great player.
And then his name was interesting to me. Anna Nikobo.
I think it's a nickname.
I think it's a nickname too. Yeah. So
because if he's Dagomba, we don't have.
I don't know whether he's Dagomba, but he played for RTU.
Wow.
There was Mohamed Cho.
Yeah, he's there.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, very well.
Mohamed Cho?
Yes, and Moazu
He
Cho.
played for the Black Stars in 78.
Yes, he's there. He's there.
Wow.
He's still there.
Wow.
Mr. Cho. Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so Paul,
that's a great crowd. Unfortunately, Alhaji Jawula has passed.
Yes.
But he was my biggest connection to the north. When I come to Tamale, I go to his house.
Wow.
I like his house. I stay in Alhaji.
And
but we need to do a tour of Tamale for this election, so we'll be relying on you.
Oh, I see.
I'll get Ibrahim to talk to you about that
anytime,
so we can come to Tamale. We would like to visit Radio Tamale and have interactions with them.
Before you come to about my case.
Yes, we'll have to ask them that.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll have to
I mean, I'm still friends with them.
Yeah, and then we'll do some political activity there and there. Yes. Is Gariba Lodge still there?
It's still there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Honorable Habib has also opened a radio station in Tolong.
Okay.
Called Tolong FM.
Yeah.
It's on test transmission.
Yeah.
And probably maybe I will go in there because it's my house owned. I own it. It's my nephew, and it's in my hands.
It's in test transmission now.
Yeah, it is very clear.
That's a good place to go because now it's starting.
Yeah. Very well. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will commission it together with them and also AstroTef just around there. It's actually TV and radio.
Oh, that's good.
So in October, Doctor will come and commission it. A very big AstroTef. Somebody came with me. Mishrik is my son as well.
No, let him come. Let him come on the TV.
Mishrik.
Call him.
Your man has educated me on the
he has
achievement of Dr. Bawumia.
Oh, in terms of the manifesto.
Yes.
Adenta is a strong man. You can hold your phone and come. Please come around me and come and sit on this. Is there a handheld mic? No, there's none. Okay. Baba. I need a mic. I need a mic so viewers can hear.
Maybe I should
remove Mikhail's mic. And who has Mikhail, please give him your mic. This is off record, so viewers, you can go to bed if we are tired. We are sorry, but we're having a nice Tamale conversation, so we'll do another 5 minutes. It will come. Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm fine.
How is Tamale?
Tamale is cool.
We are coming there.
Yeah.
We are coming.
Tamale is ready for everyone.
We are coming there. Beautiful place.
Yeah.
So, you were listening to the interview? Is everything he's saying true?
Everything about what he said.
The Tamale people are calling you.
Yeah.
Were they watching?
Yeah, they were watching.
We are happy they were watching.
I have plenty of messages here.
Oh, really?
Plenty of them.
He's one of the most powerful men.
I've been told that. Yeah.
But they want to fight him. They are fighting him. The NDCs want to fight him. He's my uncle.
But everybody's everybody's uncle.
The mother is my sister.
And everybody's your uncle. Auntie is your uncle. Your uncle.
Habib is my nephew. I'm Habib's uncle.
You are his uncle.
Yes.
My uncle. Oh, wow.
Yes,
Wow. This is
yes.
interesting.
A lot of people. Adib Sadi is sending greetings to the security analyst. Adib
Oh,
Sadi.
yes.
He's watching it from Northern Region.
We
have great people.
Oh, Northern Region has fantastic people.
Yes.
How is Loyal Hassan's family and his legacy these days?
Hassan who?
Loyal Hassan. When we were growing up, one of the biggest people in.
Yeah,
he died.
The former
big
ambassador
legacy.
to Germany. Yeah, he's no more.
How is Mohammed Mumuni?
Yeah, Kumbumu.
Yes, Kumbumu.
He's a big farmer now.
Oh, he's a farmer.
He's a farmer and part of the NDC Council of Elders.
Okay.
His family,
very good guy. One of the NDC people you
yes,
have to respect.
A great
Mohammed
man.
Mumuni. Very, very good guy.
A great man.
Very big braid.
Then
I like the hoodoo. Yeah. We don't
he's
see
there.
him.
I saw him 2 weeks ago at Zar Radio in the Northern Region.
He was talking.
He came to talk
politics
for the NDC.
NDC.
Yes.
Wow. Tamale is beautiful. I was there in 2004. You know.
Oh, I see.
And I got some of your problem because unfortunately he passed. Mustafa Idris.
Oh, yeah.
Haruna Idrisu had been my personal friend from school. So in 2004, when Haruna was running, it was a big deal.
You have been there for long.
It was a big deal.
You are our grandpapa.
It was in that visit that I met Al Hassan Suhini.
Okay.
And brought him
another
to
great
Accra.
person.
I met him. He was on the radio station. I don't know whether it's Tamale Radio.
Yeah,
but he was broadcasting in our radio station.
FM.
So I walked into the radio station with 2 of my colleagues. And I said, Charlie, this guy is very, very good. Who is talking politics? I mean, his tone, his voice, the way he... I said, wow, this guy is super good.
Very intelligent.
So I asked him, Sweeney, let's go to Accra. We had just started City FM. So he came.
Wow.
And then he remained in Accra and now he's an MP.
Wow.
So that's my 2004 experience in Tamale. It was a big one.
Wow.
I was called by important people in NPP and said that you went to Tamale and you endorsed the NDC candidate. I said, Idrisu Haruna is my brother. So yes. That's when they started the chasing the elephant away. That was an election NDC lost, by the way.
You've gone through a lot too. I'm a big fan of the program because when I watch you, I take off the political, glasses and watch you as an intellectual, and I listen to you a lot. I've realized that you have it, and you are there, and that's why you've been able to sustain it for so long.
I don't marry 10 wives, please.
It didn't disturb you.
Sorry about this. We'll talk on Tuesday.
I was just joking. I was just joking.
You know, Fatih is not happy with you. She's a Muslim lady. She's not happy with you at all.
Fatih is enough. She's enough.
Okay, so Fatih for second, then we end
there.
No,
one, just one. If it is Fatih, one.
Oh, okay. Okay, viewers, that's Good Evening Ghana. As always, it is 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Anziba has to go home right now. Thanks for watching. Good night.